could love you forever if you'd meet my gaze. Don't fall in love with the man on stage. I'll be on in a minute, I'm just sharpening my blade. Don't fall for his flattering tune. He'll promise you the world until you drink that perfume. It's a highway, highway to the door. And a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies. Don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. There's only two ways to make it in this town. One is to be brilliant, the other is to drown. But don't take both drugs all in one go. You can't reach the heavens passed out on the floor. It's a highway, highway to the door. And a neon Medusa's got your heart. Sweet canyon lullabies. Don't look straight into its eyes. It's a highway, highway to the door. If your mama could see you now, if your mama could see you now, topless and upside down, the room spinning around. If your mama could see you now, with the party lines coming out, are you lost or are you found? Are there too many mirrors in this house?
Whoa, crab be upon ye. It's Friday, and I figured because it's Friday, that means it's not Thursday, and because it's not Thursday, we won't do a Theory Thursday this week. So yeah, I switched around Friday and Thursday as streaming days for a variety of reasons, one of which was the fact that I actually wanted to watch Sin play Harold Halibut, so I was like, well, she's not streaming on Friday, so this works out optimally, because it means that I can do thing on Thursday, and then also do thing on Friday and have no schedule conflicts. So that's the reason why we're doing it. But Aside from that, I also want to play more another Crab's Treasure, because Crab Souls is great. Are you an idiot? Well, so there's two parts to this answer, Mike. Are you an idiot? We'll check the 8-ball on that one. Did you zone out when Sin said she wasn't streaming? Kind of. So Sin did a sneaky thing and she dropped the schedule on Monday, unlike her usual Wednesday. So she dropped the schedule on Monday, and then didn't actually. Did she go through it on Wednesday? I don't know. But yeah, no, the Friday gap was well publicized. What do you mean tread carefully? I said we'll ask the 8-ball. The 8-ball's wisdom is greater than I. But anyway, yeah, so everything works out hunky-dory, and here we are. Also, because I didn't want to do hand cam stuff tonight, because I'm currently in the hobby spiral of having a million things to do. The 8-ball holds everyone's future, Mike. This is how it works. The 8-ball decides our fate. We have no agency in this world beyond what the balls tell us to do. I'll let that one sink in. Anyway, yeah, so I'm gonna yap for like a minute or so. And then we're gonna play Crab Souls. So yeah, it's been a week. It has been well, I mean, it's a good idea to let the balls sink. I mean, it's better to have them sink than to have them not come down, am I right? That usually requires surgery. But yeah, it has been a week for young Ando, and by young Ando I mean like Hag Ando. Am I correct in assuming that is a Mystery Men reference, Mike? Please tell me it's a Mystery Men reference. Please tell me it's a reference to the best superhero movie of the early 2000s. But yeah, it's been a week. People keep breaking things. I have to keep fixing things. Excellent. Mike has once again proven himself to be a man of taste and culture. It may be bacterial culture, but it's culture nonetheless. Fantastic fucking film. If I ever get around to doing movie nights in the Discord, you bet it'll be on the rotation. Because I have the DVD copy of it, which makes life easy. Where was I going with this? Yes, so it was last day at work for someone at my work. So we went out for lunch. We went out to a local pub. But it was a pub that I had not been to before and was not aware that they had kind of changed ownership and renovated, because when it was suggested, the first thought in my head was like, wait a minute, isn't that the pub with like the big sign out the front that says like topless waitresses and all that sort of shit? Yeah, it turns out that they actually changed owners a couple of years ago, and now it's much more, shall we say, a family brand. But I was talking to my mum about this, because she's been out of town for the week, so I went around to see her. And I said that we went to this pub, and that was her first reaction. She was like, hang on a minute, isn't that the one with the topless waitresses? And I was like, yeah, no, I thought the same thing. But apparently the reason we went to this particular pub was instigated by my boss, because they have like $12 specials for lunch. And I mean, it wasn't great. It was mid. It was pub food. It was kind of eh. And there are better pubs in town, but it was so on brand for my boss to be like, how about this one with the $12 lunch special? Because my boss is notorious for his bargain hunting skills. Beyond even my dad is a great haggler and a great finder of like discounts and bargains and stuff. But my boss takes it to a whole new level. I mean, bottomless waitresses, bottomless waiters. I mean, I do recall when the Chaser did a sketch about that, paying out Hooters, where they had the male equivalent, which was dongers or whatever. But I don't know. I think there's a Hooters in Australia. I don't know. I've never been. I have no real interest in going. It's one of those things where I'm kind of like, eh, like, you know, I don't really see the appeal when I'm having a meal. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's me, but Ando does not like being perceived, right? So when I worked before I had my like full-time adult job, when I did part-time work at uni and stuff, and like when I worked in retail and things, I always follow the golden rule of reciprocity, the idea of treat others how you want to be treated. And when I'm at work, I wish to be treated as do not perceive me. Do not perceive that I exist. I will serve you and then you will move on. Do not have a conversation with me. Do not perceive me. So for things like Hooters, I'm always kind of like, why would I want that? I'm here to have a meal. I'm not interested in perceiving the wait staff. Although I've heard that apparently in Japan, Hooters is actually quite good. Like, the food is actually good in Japan for some strange reason. I don't know. Finding out they're just women in shirts. Scandalous. Women exist. But yeah, again, well, I mean, obviously, like, that's the thing. I think Hooters couches on the whole strip club thing without the seediness of being a strip club. And even then, like, Ando has never really been to that many strip clubs. But I've like, again, there's probably one or two good strip clubs out there, but most of them exist in this world of, like, the whole point of them is a scam. They are there to scam you with drinks. That's the point. The girls are not the focus, or the guys, depending on what sort of strip club you go to. They are not the focus. The focus is getting you in the door so you can buy overpriced drinks. And a friend of mine actually has a story about that, where he went. It was a Bucks party. It wasn't his Bucks party. It was someone else's Bucks party, and he was the designated driver, so he couldn't drink. So he went to a strip club because that was where the Bucks went. And he was like, whatever. And he'd been kind of like, out of courtesy, like tipping some of the girls, things like that. But he hadn't been buying any drinks because he, like, couldn't. He was the designated driver. And he actually got thrown out of the strip club because he hadn't been buying any drinks. They're basically like, hey man, if you're gonna buy drinks, we don't want your kind around here. And that's the whole point. It's like, we want, they get you in the door with the titties, and then it's buy our overpriced drinks. So anyway, with that aside, we're gonna buy some overpriced crabs. What a wonderful intro this has been from Ando. But yeah, it's been a week. The other reason why I didn't want to do a Theory Thursday, this is the other thing I was going to mention, is that I had a couple of things I wanted to talk about, but it's been kind of a negative state of affairs recently, and I'm kind of like, I want to focus on some more positivity, but I'm finding it hard at the moment just because there is so much negativity around. It's like, maybe instead of like trying to get absolutely wrecked by this fucking crab, get in the fucking hole. I'm like, I might take a week or two to kind of compile my thoughts. That dude down there just fucking wigging out. Is he having like a little party down there? Yeah, and again, like, this is the thing, Mike. Like, I'm sure from what I've heard on the internet, there are good strip clubs out there, because, like, I've heard apparently there are some like really fancy ones in like Vegas and stuff where it's like, it's Vegas, so they do everything over the top, and it's, this is the $1 billion investment strip club or whatever. Oh, Ando's dead. What a surprise. But by the same token, that's like, hey, I have to go all the way to Vegas for that. And again, that's not what I would structure my trip to Vegas around. Oh, I'm falling down a hole. Come after me, you crab fucker. I'm dead again. Do I need a Game Boy retune that detunes a note rapidly to create a weird and uncomfortable vibrato? Do I need it? No. Do I want it? Perhaps. Ow. I'm just gonna try and dodge all these guys and get a shell, because at the moment I'm kind of getting fucked by the fact that I can't really defend myself. Because yeah, I'm gonna say, Mike, I don't really have that much use for a Game Boy in my life at the moment. Oof, okay. Oof. I had to rant to someone about that the other day, actually. The whole soy boy thing, because Someone, well, they basically asked. They did the whole like, why do people always like, why do people use? Because people don't do it so much anymore. But it was like, what's the whole soy thing? What does soy mean? And I had to give them the actual biological explanation of it's because soy contains high levels of isoflavones, which. Oh great, let's talk about fucking what's his name? Fucking Jerry Seinfeld. Let's actually not. Hey, awkward nerd mom, welcome in. No, the actual thing behind it is, oh, I'm gonna fall down a hole. That's what's gonna happen. Soy and edamame contain high levels of isoflavones, which are a. Did he just fall off a hole and die? Yes, good. Ando is strategically victorious once again. They contain high levels of isoflavones, which is a phytoestrogen, which is basically the plant version of estrogen. And back in the day, and by back in the day, I mean like the 1950s, there was some theories of like, could you supplement someone's diet with soy to increase estrogen levels? How did the convo go from Vegas to soybeans? Because Mike mentioned being a soy boy, and I'm mentioning the fact that I had rant with someone this week about like why the whole soy boy thing is bullshit. They weren't calling people soy boy. They were like, why do people say this? It's silly. What does soy have to do with it? And I agree, it is silly. It's pseudoscience. Oh, fuck! And I got stabbed again. I really need to get better at better blocking. Yes, the whole soy has estrogen thing, which it doesn't. Again, the soy has estrogen thing was a theory, and it's been conclusively debunked in the sense that most of the studies that have been done have either proven that it has no effect or the effect is so small to be negligible. In that shell. But chuds don't care about that, and they just go like, soy estrogen makes you less manly, which is stupid because guys have estrogen anyway. If you didn't have estrogen, there are certain parts of your body that would not function correctly. It's like with everything. It's all about balance. All right, we're gonna pop off. Come here, fucking crab dick. Come here. Yeah. Come here. Come here. Oh, damn it. I always forget on the backswing. There we go. Fucking, what is going on? Yeah, get off my roof. This is my roof. I'm getting my shit wrecked. There we go, there's my junk back. What is Ando gonna do with all this junk? I mean, I wish I could photosynthesize. Because it would make life so much easier than eating, but at the same time, plant cells would suck. Well, it depends. So, biology lesson. Mike had it coming. Is that a fucking crab that's been made an example of? Crime, possession of seaweed. Okay. Well, to be fair, food is good, but I'm one of those weirdos who I do enjoy eating, but I don't enjoy food, if that makes sense. Like, I enjoy food that is tasty, but I hate having to cook. I hate, like, the time it takes. And I don't really relish it in the same way that some people do. Because again, like, I don't mind cooking, but I hate cooking anything that takes a long time. It's why I'm not a huge fan on, like, slow cooking and stuff like that. I'm like, hey, if I'm gonna cook something, I want to get it done. So I can eat it and so I can move on with my day. Anyway, where was I going with this? Yeah, so biology lesson. The difference between plant and animal cells. The main big difference between plant and animal cells is that plant cells have a cell wall, right? So both have a cell membrane, but plants have a cell wall, and the cell wall is made of cellulose and lignin, and it cannot be formulated by animals, and it also can't be digested by animals. So herbivores usually have what's this guy, loitering. Herbivores usually have some form of bacteria, sympathetic bacteria in their gut, and or depends. Yeah, mostly bacteria. I think there's one or two that have some other capabilities. Looking at me funny. I think there's a couple that have some other, like, either sympathetic bacteria or other thing going on, but most complex animals have sympathetic bacteria to break down lignin and cellulose. It's the reason why wood is woody. It's the reason why wood is strong and can be used to build things. So yeah, makes plant cell much stiffer than animal cell. The problem is that it makes plant cell much stiffer than animal cell. And plant cells do this thing called turgor pressure, which is basically where you have moisture inside the cell, water inside the cell, and it causes the cell to either be turgid, which means it's kind of rigid with water in it, or it kind of becomes, for lack of a better word, flaccid, which is just doesn't have much moisture in it. Problem is, why did I fall off that? Why did I fall off that? I don't know how that happened. Yeah, problem is, if you have too much water in a cell, it can rupture. Like the cell, like if you too much moisture in there, the cell wall will literally burst because it can't stretch, it can't flex because it's got too much lignin in it, which is bad. Exactly. PP flaccid, no wet. But imagine if PP was too hard and to the point that PP explode. I know anyone with that piece of equipment watching this stream probably cringed a little bit then. The other one that happens is in cold conditions, like with like up north in the northern hemisphere where things freeze. You have water in cell, right? And water is a weird chemical because water is the only liquid that gets bigger when it becomes both a solid and a gas. So you have water in the cell and that water freezes, and I think water increases in volume by, I think, 4 times when it freezes, so it gets 4 times bigger, I think, when it freezes, I think. It's when you turn it into gas, it gets like 23 times bigger. It gets huge when it turns into steam. But yeah, when water turns into ice, it expands, which means that if you have water inside your cells and your cell wall can't stretch and it freezes, once again, your cell wall fucking explodes. So I am much happier being an animal who has flexible cells that do not explode. Fucking die. Get in the hole. Oh, give. No! Fuck you. Fuck you, game. Yes, give me that. I mean, everyone knows, Mike, that, you know, IBS is hot girl syndrome, so we know you're rocking it. Fucking pop off, boy. Oh, damn it. A watery grave. Do I have a shell again? No, I fucking don't. This is the part that's getting me, is the fact that I spawn every time and I don't have a shell. Okay, we got him this time. There we go, shell time. And where did I go last time? Went around here, I think, because I need to find my shit. Ooh, yeah, fucking die. Actually, speaking of getting bigger when you've got gas, who was it? It was Pom. Pomato, who is another VTuber from Canada. Pom's cool. But Pom also has a habit of posting cursed shit on Twitter. And they raised the, I don't know, I'm not sure if I'll call it valid question, but they raised the question, it's certainly a question, of does IBS bloating count for the inflation fetish? Like, if someone has an inflation fetish, will they look at a girl who has, or a guy who has IBS bloat and be like, damn, I'm into that? And I kind of saw that and I was like, that's a valid question. cursed, but a valid question. You know, if you're out there looking for your special someone, is this something you should be considering? You know, it's one of those unfortunate things where it's like, I am now burdened with knowledge. I will have to carry this, and now you will have to carry this too. Together we will share this burden. Also, I didn't ask, how you doing, awkward nerd mom? You here chilling out, watching me get my shit wrecked by crabs? I mean, that's a fair argument, Mike. Oh. I hope it's an upgrade, but I wish I could grapple onto enemies. Oh. Ah, damn it. Fucking... Hang on. Damn it. Fuck. I've talked about this before. Again, I'm enjoying this game, it's fun. But it does suffer a little bit from the Dark Souls... Alright, good to see. And let me take a note of that, of like I'll add it to my list of like VTuber things to keep people engaged. How to keep chat engaged. IBS content. Excellent. I'm gonna add this to my like top 10 conversations for chat engagement. But what I was actually about to say was that I like this game. It's a lot of fun, but it has this annoying habit of, and I think a couple of Souls-likes do this, where they go, original Dark Souls had some really frustrating ergonomic issues. So if we want to get that real Dark Souls feeling, we'll just do that. We'll just have really frustrating ergonomics. And I feel like Dark Souls' ergonomic problems were from the fact that it was like a game made 15 years ago sort of thing. Whereas, you know, they were limitations of the hardware at the time, not features, but people have taken to treating them as features, which I'm not a huge fan of. So wait, why aren't they sending you a two-factor code? Because I know sometimes I've had trouble with them sending me two-factor codes, but it's usually been a, like, try again and then they'll send it. The one that I've had real trouble with two-factor codes was Discord. Discord have a real tendency of being shit with sending me two-factor stuff. Particularly when because I had a couple of servers I tried to join back in the day where they were like, we won't let you join our server unless you do like a phone verification, obviously because they were trying to prevent bot spam or whatever, and that's fair, but like it would not send me a code. Like I'd put in my number and it'd be like, we will send you a code, and then I would not get a code and I'd be like, try again. Oh, god damn it. Oh, are you kidding me? I got him at the same time. Yeah, okay, yep. I know that. Oh, I had a similar thing. Maybe Mike will probably empathize with this. I don't know from whose perspective. But I got a Teams message today at work. Ugh, Teams, talking about work, I know. But I didn't want to be stuck on, I don't want to be on that. But my point that I was getting to is that, why am I locking onto him? I want to lock onto him. God damn it. Anyway, yeah, so what is the camera doing? It's like you died. Get mogged on, Ando. Get mogged on. Anyway, so where was I going with this? Yeah, so got a message on Teams from like one of the help desk people who works in another country because we're one of those annoying companies that's outsourced our help desk. But they were like, I'm trying to action this request or whatever. Can you provide me the details? Now, I haven't heard about this request. Someone else made this request. So they're like, you're involved in this request. Can you help me action this or whatever? And they gave me this really passive aggressive message of like, I have sent my emails since the 1st of May, but have received no responses. And I'm like, dude, I have no idea like who raised this request. So I'm going through and they're sending me screenshots and stuff. And I had a suspicion. And the first thing I noticed is I'm like, yeah, the email is wrong. So instead of being like Takama Ando at workplace, it's Takama Ando 1 at workplace. And I'm like, that is not my email. So I had to give him that. So I did get that brief bit of satisfaction of like, don't you get passive aggressive with me being like, you haven't answered my emails. It's like, you have sent them to the wrong fucking address because as usual, you're probably not very good at your job. Because I swear most of the help desk people I've had to interact with do not strike me as especially competent. So I got a little bit of revenge there, I guess you could say. But it was basically like they asked me about it and they were like, I'm talking to other person about it now. Yeah, I figured. I also understand the frustration of having to be like IT service support and having people not like provide the required information. I killed him finally. It took me 3 goes, but I killed that man. It annoys me when people come out of nowhere and be like, oh yeah, by the way, we need you to do this thing urgently, and we're gonna act mad that you haven't been involved in it, despite the fact we only just told you about it now. See, I don't really have the capacity to keylog people. It's not within my realm of authority. I did have a thing I had to fix this week that annoyed me because it was right after I'd made a deployment anyway. Like, hey Iprak, welcome in. Yeah, Turtleman is in fact doing a crab. Turtleman is dying a lot. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, no, I had a thing to do. So I deployed a bunch of fixes to a system, and then they sent me an email like literally 20 minutes after I'd done the deployment, being like, oh, by the way, we also have this major incident stemming from this thing that happened on the weekend that we didn't tell you about until now. And I'm just like, oh, if you could have told me this like 20 minutes ago, I would have sorted it. How am I doing? Good. I'm complaining about work and stuff, but only in a mild way. I'm going to refrain from doing it more-ish. But no, I'm doing pretty good, Iprak. It's been pretty chill. We are playing the crab game. Ooh, we found a clom. Oh yes, leave the blood star. More health, love it. I need more health because I die a lot. But no, I'm doing pretty good. This game is a lot of fun. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I enjoy it. It's quite good. I think they've done some things I quite like. I like the fact that there's no fall damage, because that fits for underwater. I like that you can do this. I like the grappling hook. I think that's a cool addition for a Souls game. Exactly. Chum is from. But there are some things about the game that annoy me a little bit. I was talking a minute ago about how I think they've done some of the Dark Souls bad ergonomics, and I feel like they've done it intentionally as we can make the game harder this way, but it annoys me a little bit when like enemies just kind of body you into a wall and you're like having to fight them like this or whatever, and it's just like, okay, I would prefer, you know, more engaging combat than just getting pushed around. I mean, they can actually be tricky to fight. Watch me absolutely suck at fighting this guy. Oh, what the, did he, oh, my shell's damaged. I thought he knocked my shell off. Again, watch me absolutely suck at fighting this guy. Now I will steal his hat. There we go, have a lunge. Okay, we got him. Ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Like, that's the other one, health drops, like I picked up just then. You have to press E to pick them up, and I hate that. Because it often means you drop them. Thing I do like, that I think is kind of cool, is that, if you have... So when you do a heal, which I won't do right now, but when you do a heal, he pulls out the little heart kelp and holds it up. And if the enemy hits you while you're holding it up, they can actually knock it out of your hand, which means you lose it. Like, you drop it. So they can interrupt your heals that way, which I think is kind of cool. So we're currently in the start of the game where it's getting all dark and creepy. So we've just gone on an adventure. We came here the first time and everything was like bright and sunny and like nice. And then we've just come back after doing a quest for the Duchess. And now things are not great in Crab Town. And there is pollution everywhere. Whoa, crab upon ye. We got a limpet, nice. Limpets are funny little guys. Limpets are, I think, mollusks. Yeah, limpets are mollusks. What's barnacles? I think are crustaceans. They're not what you expect them to be. Oh, hate these guys. There we go. Okay. That one was not actually hard to fight, but they're kind of annoying. They're one of those ones I was talking about earlier where they tend to like body you into walls. What do you got for me? Chip claw. Excellent. 500 microplastics. Oh, banana. We can steal a banana real quick because a banana does this. You sacrifice it for health. I usually don't really wear the banana. There's like more than two? What do you mean by more than two? I can't even remember what I was saying, so I don't know what that refers to. Also, oof for poor crab man. Hark, crabs! Hark, limpets! Bid our father the seeking rise from the depths, full foul in his fury. Let Black's bills drown Winston, damn ye Winston. Ooh, teacup? Defense 40, yes. Give me that teacup. Yeah, look at me. Fanciest little guy. Oh yeah, more than 2 microplastics. Yeah, that's like 500. 500 microplastics. Alright, we got this is the Duchess. And she looks like she's currently like
Hey, I don't know if you
cranked
noticed,
out.
but your guards are going nuts out there. Oh, Clontre, little hermit.
Au contraire. I like it.
Our minds are clear as crystal now. Oh, shuck. I once thought my duchy quite beautiful, you know. Worth preserving. But compared to the reefs, it's a shameful, transient thing.
I'm not so sure about that.
Wash away. That's why I'm having them tear it down. I thought my beauty worth preserving too. But of course, my worthless life will wash away as easily as any other. Almost as easily as yours, little hermit!
Alright, give me 1 second. Excuse me, Your Majesty, I've just got to sort something out. Give me 1 second. Okay, we're back. Yes, and yes, she's got the crazy. She was semi crazy earlier in the sense that she was like, oh shit, okay. Yeah, she was a little bit crazy early in the sense that she was like,
Your death
oof,
will
okay.
be gorgeous.
So she was a little bit crazy in that she was like, oh. Oh no, poison. Okay.
See how worthless this
So I got
all
fucking
is?
wrecked by this bitch. Yeah, so she's crazy, but she was a little bit crazy earlier. Now she's very crazy. Alright, can we skip the rant? Excellent. There we go, okay. Whoop.
Your death will be gorgeous.
Whoop. Whoops. Okay, I didn't know she could get you on the return. That's interesting. I thought I dodged that, but no, it turns out I had not. Alright, give me teacup time. But I will say the bosses in this game are very good from a, I guess here, design perspective of like being interesting. Oop. Blah.
Your death
Oop.
will be gorgeous. Quit swarming. Can't
Oh,
you
okay.
see how
I got gooped.
worthless this all is?
I really can't, I'm sorry. Whispers tell of horrifying predators. I wanna, let me, what is this? Oh, okay, like powers me up. Okay. That's what that does. So every shell gives you a different, like a different attack power. And this one seems to be like interesting. She didn't open with the the chain grab. Oof.
Your death will be gorgeous.
Oof. Oof, okay.
Can't you see how worthless
Okay,
this all
the
is?
the aggressive inflection on can't there, shall we say, was very Australian. I was like, wow, because this game's usually been pretty good at doing like, shall we say, censorship via crab pun. And I was just like, oof, she really out here being like, can't.
Hey, I don't know if you know.
Yeah, she's gonna go for the.
Your
She.
death will be gorgeous.
I'm glad that it does change things up a little bit. Junk recovered. Let's go. Whoop. Blah, ah, damn it. Okay. Wow. Okay. Fuck gunk.
Can't you see how
See, she's really aggressive on those can'ts. Yeah, the gunk is really aggressive. I'm not sure if I like that from a balance perspective. Because it takes a lot for you to de-gunk, and it does a ludicrous amount of damage for the amount of time that you're gunked, I think.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but your guards are going nuts out.
Yep. Okay, we dodged that. Oop.
your death will be gorgeous.
Sure. Stop bleeding. Pop off. Oof, oof. Okay, oof. Yeah, the powered up. Oh. No, you quit squirming. Ow. Oof.
See how worthless this all is!
He keeps just slapping me in the face and calling me a cunt. I think that's the other thing with some of the bosses in this game is they are relatively fast.
Hey,
Like I feel like a lot of bosses in other Dark Souls like games, not always, but a lot of them are very ponderous. Like it's kind of a thing of like, if you do it right, you can. Oof. Ow. Nom 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 nom. Bleh. I mean, look, I made no pretenses of being a real crab, Mike. That was the game. Well, it wasn't me. It was the game. Ow. Oof. I need to get better at these, avoiding these telegraphed hits.
Can't you see how worthless this all is?
I can get it down to like a third. Junk recovered.
hey, I don't know if
I am wondering if I should switch back to the Pepsi can, because the Pepsi can's probably like the most effective shell that I've had so far. Bleh. Ow.
Your death will be good!
Oh. Okay, now we're going somewhere. Oh. How did I dodge that? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. Pepsi can is blessed by CM Punk. Well, then I don't want it. Oh. Exactly, exactly. Pepsi can is blessed by CM Punk, therefore I don't want it.
All down!
Oh, she's a Beyblade. Oof.
See how worthless this all is!
I don't know. Again, Mike, on the whole point of goddamn if he's entertaining, I don't know about that. Like, so here's the thing: when I was into wrestling, it was right after CM Punk had been like, "Fuck it, I'm gonna go become an MMA fighter or whatever." I actually have seen Ryback live because he did a show locally here when he left WWE. He was like, I'm doing a tour of a whole bunch of places. I wouldn't say I was a Ryback fan, but you know, he was there and I saw it. But yeah, again, like I was never in an era where Punk was the big thing, so I never really got all the hype.
hey, I don't know if you noticed, but you're
And like I think there are people I am more of a fan of. Like I love me some Jushin Thunder Liger. F for the legend having retired now.
Will be gorgeous!
So I was always a Jushin Thunder Liger stan. I like me some Cody Rhodes. I know a lot of people don't like him since he was apparently was mid on whatchamacallit, AEW or whatever. Oof, shell gone. Oof.
Can't you see how worthless this all is?
Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where a big problem with the WWE was the fact that they were for a long time like the sole competitor in the Western wrestling market. After WCW went belly up, it was kind of like, it's like, what are your choices? WWE or like maybe one of the smaller ones, but they weren't really a thing. Well, it depends. I don't think anyone says Cody was mid on AEW. I think the problem with AEW that people have with Cody is that he was in a lot of the storylines. I think a lot of people just got worn out of him. They were like, "Oh, can you give us something other than Cody?" But no, I'm a Cody Rhodes stan. Not because of his work on AEW. I'm a Cody Rhodes stan because of Stardust.
I don't know if you noticed,
All right, I think he's one of the best in the industry, and he's one of the best in the industry because of Stardust, right? And a lot of people think this is a controversial take because they always give me the whole, oh, but Ando, Cody Rhodes hated the Stardust energy. Like Cody Rhodes hated the Stardust gimmick, right? And exactly, this is why I think it proves he's such a great wrestler, because he hated that gimmick and yet put on such good performances whilst doing it. By contrast, look at something like the League of Nations or whatever, which was a stable that fucking no one involved in the League of Nations wanted to be in. Like, no one wanted to be in that stable. No one wanted to be in that match. Like, they come out, like, they play the entrance music, and the people in that stable would come out and they would be like, I don't want to be here, let's just fucking do this jobber match, right? Whereas Cody Rhodes was like, I don't want to be Stardust, but let's fucking commit to the bit. Yeah, and I think Goldust is a weird character as well, because Goldust is one of those characters who has gone through a lot of changes.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but you're
And some of those changes have perhaps not aged well. Because while I was not around for it, I am aware of the era when they did the kind of weird, like, kind of homophobic stuff with Goldust, where it was like oh, we're gonna have him wear like women's underwear, and like, won't that be strange and weird? Oh. But yeah, I think Cody does good work and has proven it in various arenas, both kind of in the ring and out. Well, oh yeah. No, exactly, and that's one of those things where I'm kind of saying, like, it hasn't aged well, but that's because of the nature of wrestling. It's why, like, so that the Netflix series that they did on wrestling, what was it, Glow or whatever? It was not a great series. It was okay. But the thing I did like about Glow was they talked about, well, Avatar, if you want all wrestling should embrace being luchadors, then watch Lucha Underground, because I fucking love Lucha Underground. It's the wrestling that leans into the whole, we're luchadors, and this is a 100% a death match, and someone will die, and, like, you know, El Pantera will come out and wrestle, like, El Morbidor or whatever, and El Morbidor, because El Morbidor holds the Death Stone, cannot be killed, and will slam Pantera through the ring, and Pantera is now dead. He's been dead, and, like, he's no longer going to show up, and, like, the whole storyline is like, this man has been killed, like, we have sent flowers to this man's family, you know, this man is legally dead, and they really lean into it. Yeah, Lucha Underground fucking slaps. And it's all sorts of things, like the guy who runs Lucha Underground, like, who people have jokingly referred to as Spanish Vince McMahon, because he's like the whole guy who runs the company, like, he basically is, like, allegedly the devil. And it's like they lean into the whole, like, this is Lucha Underground, a secret underground death match. Combine luchador and sumo, no, that is a bad idea. WWE tried doing sumo once, and it didn't really work. Oof. There was a couple of guys who started as lucha, I think. Oof. Okay, I just got absolutely wrecked in that run. But where was I going with this? Oh yeah, Glow. So Glow was okay, but I liked one of the things they did talk about with wrestling, which is that they kind of go, like, the guy who's writing the story for them originally, he's like, he wants to do like a weird sci-fi like post-apocalyptic story, and the guy who's funding him is like, no. People don't want that in wrestling. People want like stereotypes. So we're gonna have like the character who is like, you know, possibly a terrorist. We're gonna have the character who's essentially she's Swedish, so she's a Viking now.
Your guards are going nuts out there.
Oh, Clontre, little hermit.
Yeah. Again, there's a lot of things that wrestling has done over the years that were not advisable.
Your death will be
The boxing matches were another example. But wrestling's not the only one who's done that, because what's his face? The guy who owns what do you call it? UFC did the slap fight thing, except he didn't follow any of the safety stuff that actual slap fighting follows, and so it was like, oh look, all of our competitors are actually getting like concussions and like traumatic brain injuries from competing in our slap fight tournament, instead of, you know, competing safely or whatever, because we're too lazy to actually follow the rules that you should follow. Oof. Gunk. Oh shit, I'm gunked. Oof. Okay, I'm so dead.
Can't you see how worthless
I mean,
this all
to be
is?
fair, underground luchador slap fights is probably a thing. Actually, that reminds me of one of my favorite. Again, I do understand that there are physical limitations in how creative you can be with wrestling. But I love it when they try something and it's not a bad idea, but it's not a terrible idea. Oh yes. No, but was that Muhammad Hassan? Because I know there was one. I can't remember if it was London bombings or if it was 9/11, but I know there was a wrestler who came in who they did a terrorist angle on. But it wasn't a in response to thing. It was a thing that they had planned beforehand. Like it was a, hey, let's just do a terrorist angle, and then big terrorist incident happened, and so it was like, oh shit. And so they had him like literally die. Like they had him get like power slammed through the ring and then never came back. And it basically tanked this guy's wrestling career through no choice of his own. It was basically just bad timing. And I mean, like, that shit happens. Which is what I was gonna say. Is I love like concepts that are not necessarily bad, but not necessarily good either. My favorite one was what's his face? The Great Khali and the Punjabi Death Match. Because they were like, how can we make this interesting? We'll come up with like a different type of fight, but unfortunately they were like, what can we actually do to make this a different fight? And so it was just a cage match, where the cage was made out of bamboo. I mean, if he has refused to do it, good on him. Because it's generally not a good angle in my opinion. Although I do love stuff that keys on like making people who are overly patriotic salty, which is why I love Rusev's early character, where his whole thing was basically, I fight the American guy and win a lot and make people sad because American flag. Oh yeah. I mean, Great Khali is okay. I think he's a bit wasted, because I think Great Khali did actually have some athletic background. Maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, I empathize with. There are some guys in the business who are basically gotten into it because, hey, you're kind of large.
Hey, I don't know if you know.
Also, and again, to be fair, like again, the allocation of moves and stuff in wrestling is not always sensible either. So great example that I always use is Roman Reigns. Now, I am not a Roman Reigns stan by any measure of the imagination. Not a huge fan. The Superman punch is fucking terrible, right? The Superman punch is fucking garbage. It really is not a great like it has zero impact. Oops, I'm dead. I thought I dodged that. Oop, I'm dead. That overhead one fucking gets me every time. It depends. So here's the thing, like this is the thing, John Cena, I get that everyone is bored with him because of the fact that, like, he's the eternal babyface. But John Cena, I think, at least is a good worker. He sells things. Which is why some of my favorite matches of all time have been John Cena versus AJ Styles, because they are both good workers. They both sell things, so when they're both getting hit by each other's techniques, it looks like they're getting hit. Whereas, and it's kind of like the Big Show. Like, I like the Big Show, but I find the Big Show's big karate chop thing that he sort of does, the big slap or whatever. I find it has a similar problem of, if someone can really sell it, it looks great. But if someone can't fucking sell that move, it looks like he's just kind of patted them on the chest, sort of thing.
Quit squirming!
Oh yeah. John Cena is being chilling. Again, he's like a phenomenal worker. But I also understand, yeah, I think he even Cena himself has kind of recognized it. Because I remember watching him in an interview about this, where he's basically saying is like, so long as there's work, and I do what the company needs of me, but I am more than willing to kind of step back for, like, other people to get opportunities, which I thought was kind of cool. Oof. I'm gonna fucking die. Have some fucking... No. Oh, get out. I'm gonna need to disengage and hop. Yeah, and again, I will also condemn that. Shinsuke Nakamura is a Chad. Again, this is a genuine criticism I do have of WWE. They fucking waste all of their Japanese imports. Everyone who's worked for them from Japan should have done way better. Like, they do fine, but like Asuka, I feel like they just wasted. She easily should have been a long-running women's champion. Yeah, I will agree with that to a certain extent. Come here, I wish to stab you. Oof.
Am I not
Castigator,
turtly
welcome
enough
back
the
for being
Turtle
turtly
Club?
enough for the Turtle Club. Watch me get my shit wrecked by this big fucking crab.
Can't you see
Yep,
how
and she calls me a cunt.
worthless this all is?
Yeah, and again, I think that's fair as well, Mike. Because that's the other thing as well. Like, again, recognizing that it is a business, you can recognize the stuff that people do behind the scenes, whilst also not necessarily liking the way that they are depicted in the storyline, or also the work they do in ring. There are quite a few people, I think, who are better out of the ring than they are in it.
Your death will be gorgeous.
Come here. Oof, damn it. I'm never sure with that one. Am I supposed to jump over it? Hey, Bunny, welcome in. I'm currently getting my shit wrecked by a crab. Oh. Okay, I don't know how I dodged that, but I did. She's giving me that blur. When she blurs on it till you gunk. Whoop.
Quit.
Ah, there I go.
See how worthless
I keep thinking T is going to be heal, not R. I don't know why I keep thinking T is heal. But yeah, I got wrecked. I've been getting wrecked repeatedly by this bitch. Yeah, and have I talked about this before, Mike? I 100% agree on the heel turn thing. Especially because it was really weird because they keep doing the whole people who are family of the Rock hanging out thing. So they had Roman Reigns being like the babyface. We love Roman Reigns, while the Usos were being heels, which I thought was hilarious because they're like two heels hanging out with the company's most babyface. This was old news, but I feel like the time they should have done the heel turn should have been when he lost the title to Sheamus, when Sheamus Money in the Bank did. T is for giving me extra damage. Avatar, that's what it's for. And it's for getting me... Oh, I survived that? Excuse me, what? I didn't survive that. Oh, okay. I managed to heal during that. Alright. Naruto running. I have no idea how I survived any of this. See, I don't know if that's an indictment or a I don't know if that's an indictment of Vince or an indictment of Roman. Hey Avatar, I honestly think it would work. I really like heels. I think being a face is the hardest thing to do in wrestling. Because it is so hard to get people on side. So I think heel work is easier, but also I just love a good heel. And I feel like it's really easy to have two heels fighting each other than it is to have a heel and a babyface. Where was I going with this? I had thoughts. Oh yeah, who was it? Was it Scott Steiner or was it Kevin? And I can't remember who it was. It was apparently someone back in the day. It was a was it Scott Steiner? It was someone back in the day though. Like they were basically queuing him up for bigger things within the company. And apparently, I think it was Kevin Nash was there for it. He was there for a meeting with Vince, and they were talking about it. And this guy was like, I don't know, man. I kind of just want to be a big bad heel. And he's like, dude, you don't realize they are handing you the keys to the company. They are wanting you to become main billing, and you're just like, oh, I want to be a heel. I don't know. I find it all very interesting, even though I don't really follow it anymore. I find it interesting how industries other than the one I work in function. Come here. Ooh. Come here. Oh, your shell is badly damaged. Oh. There goes my shell. Oh, I've got blood. Oh, I'm gonna die.
See how worthless this all is.
I remember this part of Dark Souls vividly because I've done it about 10 times now. But yeah, this is basically Crab Dark Souls. It's very good in a lot of ways. It does some cool stuff that I like. But I feel sometimes, yeah, the ergonomics are lacking. I feel like they make it hard by just making it awkward.
I don't know if you noticed, but your guards are...
Your death will be gorgeous.
See, this is one of those, and that's actually the other thing as well. Yeah, Kasagotor is right. So you don't have different weapons in this. You just have your little crab fork. That's one of those other things that gets weird, Mike, is that, like, I feel like there's a story for literally every wrestler, and I've heard most of them, and they all vary between this guy's either a great human being or the worst, like the scum of the earth, and they like they're often both at the same time. And by that I don't mean people are complicated. I mean it's really hard to find out what the truth is. Because I've seen as many things as you have of, like, Kevin Nash is a great guy. I've also seen all these other ones of like, oh, Kevin Nash is like a scumbag, and like back in the day he was instrumental in the Montreal Screwjob or whatever, like, controversial thing. Exactly. I am probably very forked. You're right. Problem is, I can't get on this bitch enough to disrupt her. Oop, I don't want to get gunked. I don't want to get gunked. I will get fucking ruined by gunk. I'm gonna just disengage. Switch shells. Whoop. I want to try something. Can I? Okay, she's gunking again. She's gunking. Well, you know, but I mean, like, that's. Let me rephrase, Mike. I was kind of just going with a well-known wrestling thingamajig, but like I've heard plenty of stories of like, oh yeah, like wrestler X is a great guy. He's really good in the locker room. Like, you know, really helps people out. And then I've heard other stories where people will be like, the same guy will be like, is the worst and like doesn't help people at all, and you know, literally kicked a puppy in front of the entire locker room sort of stuff. And it'll literally be like talking about the same incident or something. In conclusion, humans live in a world of delusion and nothing is true. Hopefully you have all understood my ramble.
Hey, I don't know
It also doesn't help that I think people have given up on any semblance of truth on the internet. Which, I mean, understandable. Oh, god damn it. I'm not yours. I'm not a number. I'm a free man. Come on, come on. There we go. Bonk. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Damn it. Come on, come on. Oops, okay. Oh, damn it. Okay, okay. I think the answer is deflect. Yeah, and well, again, that's the other thing with yeah, Kane as well. Like, I've heard a lot of stuff like that about for a long time. It was like, oh, he's a really good guy. Like, you know, outside of the company, he's got a business degree and all this other stuff, and then apparently got involved in politics and was like, oh god, oh god.
Hey,
Yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I try not to judge people too much on their politics, but it is, I will admit, it is hard. Oop. There we go. Blah. Oh, that's the one I didn't want to... Okay, come on. Stop vomiting. Always remember, when facing the crab arm with a player, go for the eyes. I'm assuming there's a redeem coming with this, but... Oh, ow. Stop stabbing me, you bitch. Ow. Goddamn flexible weapons. I know the strat, I just need her to use the right attacks. I need her to actually be flailing at me. Yeah, no, I'll agree with you on that one, Mike.
hey, I don't know if you know.
Gouge his eye!
Your death will be
Oof.
gorgeous.
You cease. There we go. Ah.
Quit.
There we go. Pop off, pop off. I'm gunked, I'm gunked. I'm gunking, I'm gunking. She's gunking on me. Okay, I'm dead.
How worthless this all is.
Man, I would go for the thighs avatar. I like... Give me them good crab legs. Give me them good crab legs.
Hey,
Your death will
There we go.
be gorgeous.
There we go, yes. Get fucking wrecked, you bitch. Ow. And now I'm gunked.
Tear it all down! Return it to the waves!
Oh, okay. Heal, heal. Come here. Come here. Come and get my bubbles. Damn it. There we go. Ding. Oh, timed that one wrong. Oh.
See how worthless this all is!
Ah, Little Kitty Big City. Nice. Yeah, I've seen it. I haven't seen much about it. I'm hanging off on that one. I'm sticking to Crab Souls for the moment. I'm letting Sin play Little Kitty Big City because I feel like that's more of her brand, and I don't want to be culturally appropriative.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed, but your guards are going nuts out there.
Oh, Clontre, little hand.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. Like, we've known this about Triple H for ages, because like when he was running NXT, it was like easily like the best part of the booking. Like, he was like, they were booking way better matches than the main franchise was, and like booking way better people, with the exception of Enzo Amore. Damn it. There we go. Fucking ding. Oh, don't gunk me. Come here, bitch. Ding. Oh, timed that one wrong. Bubbles. Duzzle. Oh. Oops. Bubbles. Oh. I'm not familiar with Scrim. Oh, damn it.
Can't you see how worthless this all is?
Foolish decisions there. So I know what I need to do, which is parry her more. It's interesting. So something I've noticed about this game is I feel like a lot of the bosses, parrying is very important to beating them. But I feel like a lot of the bosses, the strategy is, like, find a certain thing and do it. Which is kind of interesting, considering most of the Dark Souls bosses I've seen tend to be, like, just hit them. There is no real strat. Which I think is both good and also interesting in that it's like, there's a proper way to beat this boss, whereas in Dark Souls it's kind of just make up whatever the fuck you want. Oh, come on. Ah, damn it. I'm misreading a lot of these attacks. So the thing I don't like about this boss, I don't like it how when she knocks you backwards, it breaks the lock. Come on. Give me another donk. Oop, I mistimed that. Oh, okay. I should not have stood for that. I should not have stood for that. I should not be driving this car. Yeah, I'm 99% sure she's a decorated crab. I do appreciate how they've chosen different crabs for different things in this game. And lobsters as well. For those of you who don't know, decorated crabs camouflage themselves by putting like algae and stuff on them. Oh, that was the... I swear I didn't get the warning on that one. There we go, ding. And that one's interesting because it doesn't give you any stun. Come on. There we go, ding. Oh, gunk. Oh. Stop gunking on me. Ding. Oh, I am very gunked. I'm probably gonna die.
Can't you see how worthless this all is?
I feel like you know that movie with Tom Hanks. No, it's not Tom Hanks. It's Tom Hanks. No, it's not Tom Hanks. It's fucking what's his face? Why am I blanking on his name? It was in Ghostbusters. I'll get there eventually. Groundhog Day. That's the name of the actor. Groundhog Day, who was in the film
Hey,
Bill
I don't know
Murray.
if you
That's the
noticed,
actor.
but your guards are going
Bill
nuts
Bill
out
Murray, who
there.
was in the film Groundhog Day. Groundhog Day, who was in the film Bill Murray. Oof.
You're dead.
There we go. Ding.
Gorgeous.
Come on, give me some more of that. Stop sitting there. Stop blurring at me. Come on. Oh.
Quit squirming.
I mean, I feel like that's true of anyone of a certain vintage, like any of the Rolling Stones. Like there's a reason the members of the Rolling Stones and like, you know, to a certain extent Ozzy Osbourne look like shrunken heads. It's because they've essentially self-pickled themselves. Come on. Pop, pop, pop. Come into my... Ah, damn it, she retreated. Ding. Stop grouping on me. Stop this. Oh. Ding. Stop grouping on me. I have bubbles. Oh. Damn it, stop that. Stop kiting me, you bitch. Damn it. I've lost my range. There we go, ding. Come on. Ooh. Oh, okay, no.
Can't
Oh.
you see how
Wow.
worthless this all is?
Any groupers in chat? Anyone else buy questionable health products from Gwyneth Paltrow? Any groupers? Real group and hours? You buying them jade vaginal eggs? You steaming your vulva?
Hey, I don't know if you
You following questionable health practices from a celebrity? Power up. Do you not know about this avatar? Gwyneth Paltrow of Iron Man fame and other films. Yeah, she has an alternative health company called Goop. They sell products of questionable legitimacy, sold under the veneer of a celebrity. Is that actually a thing, Mike? Yeah, they sell snake oil. Is that actually a thing though? The necrotizing fasciitis face mask. Because I know for a while there was that whole, in the alternative health community, there was that whole black salve thing. And they were like, black salve, it's all natural and good and it makes you healthy, but it doesn't because it actually contains like coal tar, which is acidic, which is basically like, put this on your flesh and it will burn it. Oh no, I 100% agree. Like, her products have no validity. But also I recognize that there are certain levels of harm in, like, you know, there's a difference between selling you a jade egg that does nothing, which I still don't agree with, because again, it's the whole people who sell crystals prey upon the ignorance of those who should know, well, who don't know better but maybe should. But like, there's a difference between like selling you know, a jade egg to someone versus being like, yes, drink this battery acid to cure your cancer. Oh, I'm very gunked. I don't know how I got gunked.
See how worthless this all is.
Why can't you just give me the combo of attacks that I want? Now I've spoken to the world, just like, yeah, okay. So it's so does Gwyneth Paltrow follow? Is she one of the lesser or the greater lords of hell? Does she follow the whole know their true name and you gain power over them thing? I wasn't aware she was mentioned in the Ars Goetia, but or the lesser Keith Solomon. Whoop! I accidentally hit my lock-on button then and delocked it. Where are we?
Quit squirming.
Come on. I know your name, Gwyneth. You are the master of serpents. So what's the line from The Conjuring? Oh. I wish this bitch would stop kiting me and just spraying goop everywhere. Come on. Stop gooping everywhere. Pop, pop, pop. Ding. There we go. Oh. Come on, come on, come on. Oof. Damn it.
How worthless this all is.
I was trying to get her to hold still long enough I could actually break her poise. The least keys of Solomon we would require.
Hey, I don't know if you noticed.
I'm sure this is riveting for everyone.
Death will be gorgeous.
I'm sure everyone is really enjoying having the gameplay equivalent of reliving that embarrassing incident from like 20 years ago. You know, where it just goes on again and again inside your head. Doom. Oh. Come on, come on. Do not group at me. There we go. Come on. There we go. The poise is broken, and now is the time to strike. Disengage. Oop. That was very lucky. Oop.
Tear it all down. Return it to the waves.
Damn it. Come on. Ooh, damn it. I think I'll no, damn it, I didn't survive that.
Worthless this all is.
Yeah, I don't know. I got mixed feelings on that mic. I got mixed feelings at the whole Alice McGee's Alice thing or whatever, American McGee. I don't know. It always struck me weird that guy had a name that was a country or whatever. And also has been very much it'll never happen again. Stop asking.
Hey, I don't know.
But Exactly, yeah. It was
Your death will
it's one of those things I've never really gotten into, is the whole like what if thing but edgy. Like, what if Alice in Wonderland but it's all fucked up?
quit.
Ding. Come on, come on, come on. Stop blowing at me, woman. Come here. Come here. Stop regenerating your poise. There we go. There we go. Doo-doo. She regenerated faster than I wanted her to. Well, no, it's not the fact that he had the name of a country. It's like he had the name of like the adjective form of a country.
This all is.
Like, his name's not America McGee. His name is American McGee. Right? So anyone in chat named Indian, get the fuck out. Not India. India is allowed. Indians, no. If that's your name, no, forbidden. Forbidden. We will have no adjective names.
Hey, I don't know if
Oh yeah, no, Medieval as a game fucking slaps. Please give me a Medieval remaster.
Your death will
Mike,
be.
cease spreading information about this turtle on the internet. I can't have my fictional VTuber wiki page being ruined by this slander. Ding. Back the fuck up, you crab bitch. Oh, there goes my shell. Oh, blah, blah, blah. She's blahing at me. Need another shell. Need another shell. Fucking. Oh. Pop, pop, pop. Stop blahing. Fighting me, bitch.
You're mine.
Oh, glonk. Come on. Oof. The 1-2. I know what the tape said. I'm pretty confident the tape will exonerate me. Not 100%, but pretty confident. Ding. There we go. There we go. Fucking pop pop. Need to do a quick cheeky regenerate. She hasn't done the Beyblade yet. Don't be silly, Avatar. You don't have a sister. Women aren't real. Oh, damn it. Come on. Come on. Ding. Let me swap out, I think. Swap out something else. Yes, very good. Ding. Come on, lock in. Lock in. We're locking in, chat. Oh yeah, I didn't really mention it earlier, but I'll mention it now because we're here and we're like in a fight. We have 2 new emotes. Yeah, we did it. We caused her to purge all of her guts.
Sand beneath the tide.
It's okay, big lady. It's okay. Give me all that XP. I'm sorry for having had to destroy you, but it's okay. Subject to get enemies in front of you with a massive swipe of Dungeon's Crab Claw, because they briefly take increased damage. Yeah, Mike. There we go. We got two new animated emotes. We got up, and we got a Wiggly boy. Yeah, done for me by Ichigo. Hey, Abalone. The loan shark. It was a shell of a fight, kid. You were watching the whole thing. I guess it was too much to ask that Soul just caught you, you jerk. Bah, no such luck. I hate as soon as everyone started going crazy. A survivor never picks a fight he doesn't have to. You could learn a thing or two from a guy like me. You want to bet when we see what this guy actually looks like, he's just fucking tiny. Well, now, Duchesses, you know, give me my shell back. You have no reason to keep it anymore, right? This old thing. You know, I can barely remember how I got my fins on it anymore. Think I might just go pawn this off in the big city and make myself a few microplastics. What? You can't do that, Deku. Hustle can do anything to get away with, kid. See you in New Carcinia if you want to buy this bad boy back from me. No one else buys it first, that is. No. When I get my hands on that guy, I swear I'm gonna find a way after him. Well, power runs through you. You have learned your first adaptation, an attack learned from a powerful creature. Can be used even without the shell equipped. Use Q at the cost of an umami charge. Okay. Oh, okay. That is a claw. That is a claw and a half. Touch the current. Moon snail shell found. Can we level up? Can we level up? Is it leveling up time? Exactly, Mike. Vitality. Cool, confirm. I'm gonna shelleport to the moon snail's domain. Just see if the moon snail has anything for me. Let's visit the moon snail, as voiced by Ando's interpretation of George Takei. Oh my. The moon snail provides his pupil with additional powers. Learn skills. We have housewarming. Each shell spell may be cast once for free without using umami. Elusive prey. Okay, invincible after my shell is broken. Riposte. Ooh, okay. I kind of like that. Aggravation. You next hit deals increased damage. Tempting. Spearfishing. Oh, okay. That one's kind of cool. Alright. Plunge. Does the greatest danger come from above or below? Oh my. It is of course a trick question. For any prey in the ocean, the greatest danger lies wherever they aren't looking. Which is why barrelfish have their weird translucent heads so they can look up through their own skull. Or self-repair. Where was riposte? There we go. Give me that one. Hermit Crab's control over his shell does not stop with deflecting attacks. You must lash out with every limb like the octopus that plays the drum. By redirecting their energy, he turns his opponent's strikes into his own. Such in-depth battle strategy is rare in the ocean. Praise be to the noble moon snail who taught him everything he knows. Scrap hammer. Using a charge attack on a shell sticks to the end of your fork, turning into a powerful hammer. Ooh, okay, that's kind of cool. Spearfishing, aggravation, umami train increases your MSG by 5. Yeah, I'll go with that one. What determines whether a creature flees a larger predator or stays to fight? Perhaps it is a calculated decision based on whether they feel they could win. And sometimes, we see prey creatures taking fights they have no logical hope of surviving, driven not by logic but by pure primal instinct. To flee is not in these creatures' nature. Cool, I'm out of stuff, but that's okay. I think I've gotten some good options. Cool. Cool. I think we're in a we're in an interesting position. Bye, moon snail. Teleport to important location, the Shallows. Duchess Chambers. I'm pretty sure I was supposed to get up there or something, I think. Actually, is there a way to tell what my objective is? Location. Ah, the doors are now open. I see. I see. This place that I could go earlier but couldn't really go because there was a dude blocking the way being like, hey, you can't go here. Oh, crystal. Give me that crystal. Come on, yeah. Oh. There we go. Give it to me. Experience, very nice. I don't know, I'm feeling a little bit lost, chat. Like after fighting that boss for so long, I'm kind of like, what do I do? Like what do I do with my life? I was so fixated on slapping that bitch that I've lost all my purpose. I've lost my sense of direction. Huh. It's gone all sunny again. What the fuck? Why is it gone all sunny? Have we broken the curse? Okay, no, it goes grey and decrepit in here, and then it goes sunny when I go out here. Okay. That's interesting. I'm wondering if that's a bug or if that's intended. And now it's gone fucking Dark Souls again. Ah, does this let me do something? No, okay, no, this is the thing I hate. So some certain things in the game have this water sheen on them, like they shine. And it always confuses me because I feel like they're interactable objects. Ketchup. Loading. When you rest at a moonshell snail, most enemies will respawn. We're on our way to a different area. Oh, we found a wagon. Go to the farm. The Glorious Farm. What's up? It's over. It's all over. Why ain't ever me, you know? What's going on? I'll tell you what's going on. Get my carapace cracked by cruel, unfeeling forces beyond my control yet again. That's what's going on. Oof. Oof. The indomitable crustacean spirit against the unfeeling inevitable of the world. I just spent my whole savings on rare trash. You can only get in the shallows. We could sell it profit in New Carcinia, of course. Grade up my shell, get something nice, you know. Now comes back here and the bridge to the city is completely collapsed. Of course it is. No way I can make it back without leaving this trash behind. Ah. Thanks for the sympathy. Yep, you got it, bud. Can I kill this man? Oh, he's got a jazz cup. He's got a cup with the jazz pattern on it. So for those of you who don't know, jazz is, oh, I'm sitting. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, for those of you who don't know, jazz is a pattern from the 90s, popular on things like drink cups, like paper drink cups. Wrong way. I want to try something. Okay, no, you just fucking die. Okay. I'm interested. Where have I got to go? So yeah, it's all over. But yeah, I've actually seen some really cool beige builds where people build a PC case in beige and then put the jazz pattern on the side of it. I also saw someone who, I'm pretty sure they actually did hand paint this. They painted 2 Devilfish hover tanks from Warhammer. But they painted them with the jazz stripe on them. They painted them white with the stripe, and it actually looked fucking fantastic. Yeah, I found the path. Stainless steel relic. Maybe someone can turn it into something useful. I'm assuming that's a weapon upgrade. And there's a moon snail shell. Reef's edge. Summoning. Manifesting. Oh, look. Twist top. What does it do? Oh, my Beyblade. Actually, I want to try something. When I do this, can I... I can. That's fucking rad. I'm living my dream, chat. I always wanted to be a Beyblade. Oh. Oh, there's a third one. My timing on my parries has gone to shit. Good thing this takes like very little damage. Oh, it's a spong. What are you? You're a seahorse with a hat on. Okay. Butterbed hook. Oh, I thought I killed him. Okay. Sauce. Raw sauce. I might just do a quick... Hey, puffer fish. Let's fucking rumble. Oh, okay. I'm getting my shit wrecked. Oh. Shield is broken. Man, this guy's fucking me up. This is what I'm finding really hard, is fighting enemies on multiple levels, like enemies who are like this, who float or whatever. Oh. Damn it. Oh, I should have used my big claw. But yeah, enemies like that who kind of like aren't at the same level as you in terms of the actual terrestrial combat. Okay, it's hold to plunge, hold to plunge. Oh. Spring. I love that these guys' weapon are those little like sponge like animals, the ones that, you know, that you put them in water and they turn into like, oh, it's an elephant or whatever. Oh. Come on, come on. See, this is the shit I'm talking about, though. Again, like, you get knocked off ledges and stuff. And you just, it's really hard to target people. I probably lost a bunch of my money then, which kind of sucks. Damn it. I talked about this before. Souls likes are very dependent on rhythm, and like getting the pace of combat. And your boy has no sense of rhythm, right? I have not a musical bone in my body, so there's probably a way of doing this via like timing. Like there's probably a way of doing this via like if you're a musician, you could probably play Dark Souls and do it like via a beat system of going like, okay, he's winding up, so like beat, 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 kind of like music. But your boy cannot. Your boy does not have that hardware installed in his brain. If these guys could stop. Yeah, your boy does not have a single musical bone in his body. I could lock onto this guy who's right under me. There we go. So yeah, anything rhythm based I struggle with, which is why it was hilarious playing Dave the Diver, and it'd be like, oh, by the way, we're gonna give you a rhythm game now, and I'm like, no, it's a rhythm game. Ow. There we go. Oof. Again, this is what I'm talking about. Fighting this guy on this fucking ledge. Whoop. Fucking get Beybladed. Yeah, party hat time. Giving them crystals. Where's this guy down here? Oh, he fucking bamboozled me. There we go, have a party hat gun. Oh joy. How about for every rhythm game that Mike forces me to play, I ban him yet further? That's a shortcut up there, so I have to go down. Okay. Oh. But yeah, I have a terrible sense of rhythm. To the sense that like once someone asked me to like drum something for them, and they were so confused because they were like, Ando, why are you going faster? Like, why do you progressively go faster and slower? And I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I'm not talking actually drum something, but it was like, this person I think was a bit more musical than me, and they were so fucking confused of like, how do I put this? So I went to a, not necessarily a fancy private school, but I went to a private school. And so shall we say some people there were unaware of their privilege, I think. Unaware, not necessarily privilege, but like the fact that they were like, oh yeah, I do music, because I come from, you know, a rich family, and they're like, yeah, you should learn to play the violin or whatever. Or, you know, a family where at very least they're like, hey, we recognize that this child is capable at this, so we're going to give them the support they need, etc., etc. Now, to be fair, I've never really had much interest in music anyway, but it's still one of those things of, you know, some of these people sometimes did not realize that other people didn't have any musical aptitude, and so they would be very, like, I guess you say, aggressively confused of, like, how can you not do this? How do you lack this capability? Get Beybladed. Oh yeah, Ando is part of the elite. Ando is part of the unknown. Ando's responsible for like all of the woe in the world. Woe crab unto you. Fucking get Beybladed. Ow. Oh, did he just fucking stab me for all of my health? Okay then. Again, I know I'm breaking one of the core Dark Souls rule, which is it's okay to run away from things, but Mama didn't raise no bitch. Oh, you fucker. Ganked me off a cliff. Get fucked. Oh. I'll just gank myself off a cliff this time, I think. Spong. Ow. Yeah, I'm getting my shit wrecked this run. Yes, exactly. The unknown. Hold still, you fucker. There we go. Oh boy, it's raining outside. Oh, damn it. It's the 1-2 that gets me every time. Gotta kill them all. But yeah, I appreciate everyone involved in that debacle of a Willy Wonka thing. Like, at least making the best of it. And like, the fact that the actress who played the unknown is at least getting, like, some recognition. But it also sucks that, like, it's immediately been picked up for a horror movie or whatever. I think they're getting her to play it, but it's still kind of like, you know it ain't gonna be good. And kind of in the vein of what I was saying earlier, I'm not a huge fan of stuff where they're like, hey, what if we took Thing and made it edgy? Like, again, the whole Winnie the Pooh Blood and Honey thing, or the Steamboat Willie horror game. Again, not a huge fan of that. The one series I can say that did actually a decent job of it was the Flintstones comic from a couple of years back. So for those of you who don't know, they did a Flintstones comic, but it was done in a more, like, instead of the, like, Hanna-Barbera, like, old school comic style, it was more like a realistically drawn art style, and, like, they leaned into a lot of the whole, we actually really don't really know a lot about the Flintstones, and the fact that, like, the Flintstones is very much, like, 60s Kino. Like, it's that whole, like, wholesome 1960s family, I sure do love these cigarettes kind of shit. And they instead leaned on kind of like some of the more, shall we say, you know, what's the word? Unidealized realities of the 60s. So, like, Fred and Barney are both war veterans. So, like, in the original Flintstones, they go to their, like, I don't know, Shriner Club or whatever it is, equivalent, like the Yak Club or whatever it's called. But in the comic, they changed it up and made it like a veteran support group and stuff like that, which was actually like, hey, this is actually a relatively creative choice for how to, you know, depict this in a different context, without just rewriting, you know, the original IP. Give me that heart. Oh, also, I need a better shield. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. 100% agree, Mike, with that. With the whole, yeah. Cheap spooks as opposed to, like, actual interesting, you know, concepts, I guess you could say. And I, oh, ow, oh, god damn it, I got caught on the net. And I have a similar thing. So like Rian Johnson, yeah. I'm not a Rian Johnson fan. I know a lot of people be like, oh, but Knives Out is so good. Knives Out shit. I'd eat both of the Knives Out films I did not enjoy. Because Rian Johnson, at least my reading of a lot of his work, is that he is someone who he's of the Garth Marenghi school of writing. Subtext is for cowards. Well, actually, no, that's not true. Rian Johnson tends to write with a lot of subtext, in my opinion. It's just not very subtle, and it makes me feel like I have someone sitting on the couch next to me whenever I watch a film of his, telling me about the meaning of all of the things that are in the film. Just because some of them are so blatantly obvious. Of like, this is supposed to be critiquing this particular sector of America. And I'm like, yeah, I know. That's a thing that everyone critiques. It's obvious and worthy of critique. And it's one of the reasons why, and again, this does relate to horror. It's one of the reasons why I really did enjoy Get Out. Because, what's his face, Peele? Is it Kevin Peele? I can never remember his first name. It made me think about things in a way that I hadn't really necessarily considered before. Oh, wow, okay, that guy just fucking wrecked me with his cocktail thing. Like, again, it unsettles you, but it also goes like, I hadn't really considered it in this particular way, as opposed to just, you know, this sector of society bad, and everyone know it bad, but I'm going to make a very, that's it, Jordan Peele. I'm going to make a very ham-fisted approach to explaining why it is bad. The one good part of the Knives Out films is what's his face? What's his face? Blanc. Bernard Blanc, or whatever his name is. Played by actor who plays Daniel Craig. Actor who plays James Bond. Him with his obnoxiously semi-fake Georgian accent is great. And act like is genuinely entertaining, but the rest of it, the mysteries are not particularly compelling, and neither are the social metaphors. Oh yeah, did you chat, those of you in chat who like things, did you hear they're doing a Blade Runner TV series? And I don't think they'll be getting Harrison Ford back for this one. They might in a flashback or something. I don't know, maybe we'll no wait, Jake Gyllenhaal, his character dies at the end of the other one, doesn't it? No, the reason why I said we're probably not going to get Harrison Ford back for this one is because the new one's going to be Blade Runner 2099 instead of 2049. Yeah, I haven't seen the others, right? I haven't seen Us. I haven't seen Nope. I heard it was good, but it was just one of those ones where I'm like, again, horror is not really my genre in the first place, and like you said, a lot of it is just very look at this, you know, generic thing for cheap scares. And also I am a little bit cynical when it comes to anything sci-fi from Hollywood. Ryan Gosling, I don't know, my brain merges a lot of those like generic white heartthrob characters together. Like, they were, when I was a teenager, they were kind of the rotation of people. God damn it, They were the rotation of people on the front of, like, you know, whatever magazine the girls were reading, Dolly or whatever. So again, it wasn't something that I really paid huge amounts of attention to. But yeah, I'm very cynical on any Hollywood-made sci-fi, just because, particularly from a design perspective, Hollywood has been terrible at creating interesting sci-fi creatures. A great example is that film with Chris Pratt in it. What was it called? Future War or whatever, which was just a dumb idea in the first place. Yeah. Okay, like again, this is the thing though, Mike, is that, and again, that actually does add some credit to it, and I like that, and I just got horribly wrecked by this fucking fish. Again, I like that and I appreciate that. That's one of the things that, well, I'm not a huge fan of Avatar, James Cameron's Avatar. I will say the creature designs in it are really good, and the ecosystem design as a whole is really good in Avatar. Like, there are large parts of the ecosystem in that where I'm like, this makes sense. Like, you know, you have large macro predators, you have, you know, smaller scale organisms, like, this biome fits. So yeah, but the thing I was going to say about Nope is the fact that, like, by necessity, because it's a horror film, you can't show the villain in the trailer. Well, you can't show the alien in the trailers. And hence, I didn't really know what they looked like, and I didn't know the quality of it, so I was kind of like, I'm going to lean on the caution side of Hollywood has been historically shit in the past 2 decades of designing anything. Yeah, so I haven't seen Future. What the fuck? This guy just double-handed me. Yeah, I'm hard stalling on this particular area. So yeah, no, I haven't seen it either. I've seen bits and pieces of it, of a future war or whatever. It's a stupid premise. The premise is, in the future, humanity has been invaded by aliens, and we're having a real bad time. So they've invented time travel and come back to our time now to recruit members of humanity now, and like en masse recruitment, to bring forward to the future so that they have enough troops to fight against the aliens. And it makes no sense, because like they do explain away the whole oh, Avatar, okay. Yeah, Avatar is visually spectacular. The alien designs are good. Everything else about it is kind of mid. And Avatar, like, a lot of people called it Pocahontas in space, and I think that's a true criticism. And I think the criticism of 2 as being Pocahontas 2 in space is also valid. This motherfucker. I'm just annoyed by the fact that I can't hit him. What do you mean? It was still one of the films with the greatest budget of all time. That still stands for Avatar. Oh fuck. Shell broken. Just like me. Ow, fuck. But yeah, the premise of Future War is fucking terrible, and the alien design is just so uninspired. The only thing that's good about it is, I think, is it Lancer Tactical? I don't know. The rifles in the film are entirely kitted out by one particular company, so they have like a very particular look to them that I kind of like, even though it is horrifically impractical for this scenario. And as a gun nerd, there were a lot of memes about the film that I found hilarious, especially because of the fact that, like, they talk about the aliens at one point where they're like, they're bigger and stronger than humans, they're harder to kill, and also they're sensitive to sound, like they navigate by sound, and that's how they like attack and all that sort of stuff, right? And so someone made a meme where they were like laying out the things of the aliens and the attributes of the aliens to a gunsmith, being like, so the aliens are bigger and stronger than humans. Okay, so you'll want like a large caliber then, like, you know, 7.62 or something. And they're like, oh, and they track by sounds. Okay, so you want something subsonic, like 300 blackout with a suppressor or whatever. It's like, oh, and they have armor-plated skin. Okay, that makes things a bit tricky. We might need armor-piercing rounds or whatever. It's like, nah, give me 5.56 green tip. And he's like, what? Because that's basically the film. The film is like, everyone just has M16s, and it's like, but, like, you've made a whole point about how these are not particularly effective weapons for fighting these aliens. Why does everyone still use them? Like, we've invented Time Machine to go back in time and recruit our younger generations. Oh fuck! God damn it! These two motherfuckers. Yeah, so we've gone back in time to recruit our ancestors instead of inventing a decent weapon to kill aliens. Oh yeah, we've tried nothing. We're all out of ideas. And I mean, like, to be fair, the whole we've tried nothing, we're all out of ideas, like, that does kind of happen in the real world sometimes. But usually not to that scale, I would say. Like, on something that is easy to kind of, I guess you could say, rectify. It's Beyblade time. Oh, fuck. Okay, turns out being a Beyblade doesn't make me invincible, like I thought it did. Again, those pufferfish would be so much easier to fight if they weren't, like, weirdly hard to target. There we go. You know what was a good film with decent alien design, though? Fucking District 9. District 9 was fantastic for two reasons. One, it was just good. And two, the actor who played Vicus, the main character, that was actually his first acting gig, which I thought was pretty phenomenal. Because he's actually, by trade, he was a producer, I think, or something like that. He was in film production, but he wasn't an actor. And what's his face? Was it a Blomkamp one, or was it? I can't remember. Was it a Blomkamp? Was it a villain? No, it was Blomkamp. He was Neil Blomkamp or whatever. He was basically like, hey, just do as a favor, you want to be my main character? And he was like, oh, I don't know, man. And he's like, please. And he's like, yeah, sure. Did it and was like, you know what, this acting thing's actually okay. Same with the guy who played the pirate in that film with Tom Hanks. You know the guy who got memed, the look at me, I am the captain now. Yeah, he you fucking prawns. Again, I love a lot of the world building in District 9. Like, I think it is it's written in a way that's American sci-fi often misses out on. So fun thing about post-Soviet science fiction. So American science fiction, particularly American science fiction from like the 80s and 90s, is very triumphantly fuck yeah America. Like, it's very like, yeah, like America, we beat communism, and like, look how silly communism is and stuff like that. like, it is often very, like, oh, look how bad capitalism is. But often it's usually like a look how bad capitalism is, but also, fuck yeah, America. Whereas post-Soviet communist sci-fi, or late Soviet sci-fi, is kind of interesting because it tends to be very introspective from the perspective of someone who's in the system, right? Someone like who grew up in the Soviet Union is like, you know, here are the problems with the system, but it's usually in like a, how do I put this? Like a regretful way. It's like here are the problems, but I wish things could be better, as opposed to here are the problems, how silly communism is. Like, you know, here are the problems with the place I live. I wish the place I live could be better, as opposed to here are the problems with the place I live. Fuck yeah, America. Oh, this guy's still alive. I thought I fucked him up. That was a waste of a kelp pod then. But yeah, that's something District 9 did very well. Is because, you know, it is very obviously a take on like apartheid in South Africa. But it is very much written from the perspective of someone who kind of lived through it and understands the nuances of it. Oh, that man was about to give me the undodgeable. Oh. Damn it. Not having a show kind of sucks. But yeah, circling back around to what I was saying there, the guy who was the, look at me, I am the captain now. He was originally not an actor. He signed up for a thing where they were looking for Somali actors, and he was like, sure, I'll sign up for that. And then just gave it a real fucking fantastic performance and kind of built an acting career off it. And in fact, his infamous line of, look at me, I'm the captain now, was actually ad-libbed. He came up with that on the spot. He was just kind of saying, like, he was thinking to himself, what are things people would say to each other if there is a language barrier? He's also in Blade Runner. He's in very briefly, he's in Blade Runner 2049 as the character of Dr. Badger. What the fuck? Those guys absolutely fucking bodied me. Oh yeah, circling back around once again. Oh fuck. Again, this guy's so frustrating to fight just because he's not at the same angle. Yeah. Oh, I didn't want to go in the shell. Maybe I need to be in the shell. Yeah, fuck. I'm really not progressing. Yeah, looking forward to a new Blade Runner series, hoping it doesn't suck. It's always concerning when they add a new addition to a well-established franchise, because you're like, is this are they just couching on the name? Speaking of, I miss Altered Carbon. Season 1 of Altered Carbon was good. Season 2 was okay. But also, I have weird taste when it comes to sci-fi. Well, not weird taste, but taste divergent from a friend of mine. I have some friends who are very into sci-fi, like classic sci-fi. And they really love the whole, you know, introspection about the human condition. You know, exploring the nature of what it is to be our species and stuff like that. Whereas I'm just like, no, give me space adventure. I don't mind a bit of introspection, but like, I'm also willing to just have that like 80s 90s kino of everything will be garbage. Welcome to space capitalism. But it's why season 2 of Altered Carbon didn't appeal to me as much, because they introduced the aliens, and I'm like, I am not here for aliens. I don't care. I don't want to know how we've somehow wronged them. And Kelchris Falconer is a character who interests me not the slightest. I find Takeshi Kovacs interesting, but I'm not interested by Kelchris Falconer and how she's good at everything, and he constantly tells her that. Ow. Ow, god damn it. Ow. Ow. I don't know where else to go though, because this seems to be the only way down. Like, let me check something. Yeah, this seems to be the only route. Again, I know the old Dark Souls wisdom of don't fight people, just run past them, but no. Your boy seeks blood. Also, I get why the parry system is the way it is in this game, because they want you to use the shells. But it just weirds me out that it's releasing the block, not applying the block for parry. Because I'm so used to other games like The Witcher, where it's like, to parry you have to attack into the block. What the? Fuck it, we ball. Bring. That pained me to do. I want you to know that that physically hurt me to run away. Oh, damn it. That's the other thing that frustrates me about this game a little bit, is like the classic Dark Souls setup is that enemies often have, again, like windows which they are vulnerable, and yeah, sure, sometimes they have a follow-up attack. But that one was very much that's a very obvious window of, you should hit him now, Ando, and then he proceeds to just do an AoE swipe. Ooh. Kundoi. Let's fight this man. Put the cocktail stick down. Are you enjoying your trip into insanity? Are you enjoying seeing the same thing over and over and over again? Oh, there we go. That's a riposte. I just remembered. I was like, hey, I can do those. Maybe I should do those more often. I mean, I'm glad your note is detuning the way you want it to. I'm glad everything is working out for Mike. Oof. Give me that sauce. Raw sauce. Come on. Well, shell is broken. My death is... Oh, actually, wait a second. I can do this. Give me that. Okay, that kind of worked, but not really. Not how I wanted it to. There we go. Okay, we're making some progress somehow now, finally. You will come out of the ground. Ow, ow. There we go. Die. No! I wanted that heart kelp. Oh well. Ow. Boing. Yeah, give me that. Oh, heart kelp, thank you. Now here's a question. Do I want to go that way? I don't know. I think I want to go this way first. Oh, there's a... I can sit. La 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 la. I get the feeling those are going to have relevance sometime. Like, there's going to be a thing where it's like, oh yeah, you can fast travel between these. Alright, come back here, because I don't want to fight you out on the bridge. Ah, I have to fight you out here. Game designers. Ugh. Game designers, you suck. Whoever came up with this fight, you suck. Oop. So you know what I was talking about last time about how, again, bad ergonomics? Like, they're making the game hard by just being like, hey, welcome to Dark Souls. Like, the controls are hard to use. There we go. That's the sort of stuff I was talking about, in the sense of, like, that fight, a lot of that was just, you are going to fall off this bridge, and because you're locked onto that fucker, you are going to fall to your death and not be able to lock onto the hook and save yourself. Right, like, I used up all of my heart kelp there, basically just because, like, there was no way to not fall off that ledge. And again, like, I talked about it before, like, there's the good level of frustrating in Dark Souls-like games where it's like, hey, it's, you know, it's frustrating because the opponents are challenging versus it's frustrating because, like, we decided to make this just difficult to use. I was really hoping that there wouldn't be Dark Souls bridge fuckery in this game, but there is. And now we go all the way back. Although we will have the shortcut now, so that helps. Yes, fucking get off the edge. Alright. I think I'm gonna try and get to the next, like, save point, and then we'll probably call it. Because I have been grinding at this for some time. And I think I am kind of hitting... Are you kidding me? Oh, okay, no, I just went past it. I thought the shortcut reset. I was like, are you kidding me? The shortcut resets. Alright, time to go get my junk. Oof, okay. Oh, are you kidding me? He headbutted me. He headbutted me down a hole. Okay. No, what nonsense, Mike? You don't need to man up and learn how to code assembly. You don't need to learn to code anything. You can just do it in whatever process you've been using for the past 30 years. That's how we do it at work. We don't implement new systems. Alright, I will explain something to you, Mike, and you'll probably have the same reaction that our new guy did. So, progress from Game Boy to PSX dev. Alright. So, we have a coal handling system at work, right? It moves coal from bay, like one bay to another, yeah? And then we put that into furnaces and other things, right? We have a system that schedules the movements of the different bits of coal. Alright? So this is quite imaginatively named the coal handling system. The coal handling system is again kind of funky. So we use Cytec as our HMI for it, and we use a software called Eka to handle all the scheduling, right? Now you would think in a sensible world, bear with me, you would think in a sensible world, Eka would talk to Cytec and Cytec would talk to Eka, right? Cytec is our HMI, it's our control screens. So in a sensible world, they would talk to each other. They would just send each other messages, and the information required would be done. Nah. So what happens is Eka formulates the schedule. It says you must move this coal at this time, and it gives you a product number. The operators then print that out and put it on a clipboard. They then sit down at their Cytec console, and when they have to do a movement, they set the sequence up. So they say go from the rail dump to, you know, coal bed A or whatever, and they type in the product number, and then they hit go, right? And sometimes they fuck up and they type in the wrong product number. Now Cytec can talk to Eka, so Cytec will send up the rail movement and the coal movement and the product number. It will send them up to Eka and say, this is what we did, right? And Eka will cross-check that and go, was that the movement I was supposed to see, right? But Eka can't write back to SciTech to say, hey, this is wrong. So you basically wind up with a whole bunch of just fucked up error data that goes up. Like SciTech, if they put the wrong number in, SciTech kicks that up to Eka, and then Eka tries to create a summary of all the movements that have happened in the past week and just goes, fuck, like my numbers are wrong, and it's just stupid. And we tried explaining this to a guy because he's working on fixing it, and he was like, hang on a minute, Ando, you're gonna have to explain this to me again. He's like, I think I'm missing something here. And I'm like, no. My friend, you're not missing anything here. It really is that fucking stupid, right? Like, the fact that we have 1.5-way comms between these two very essential pieces of software, yes, the system really do operate like that. Huh. I feel like I came over here for a purpose, but I don't know what it was. So yes, as I was saying, Mike, you don't need to learn assembly or anything. You can just continue in your previous way of doing things without making any changes like we do. Yeah, basically. First Game Boy game built on PowerShell. Exactly. Exactly. It's all just command lines. I mean, hey, like, the extent of my coding knowledge, I code entirely in ladder, right? Like, that was my job. I don't really code anymore, but oh, fuck off. I'm gonna ignore you. I don't like you. Yeah, my job was all ladder. My job was all, you know, if then, you know, not, like, real simple logic. And I really like ladder. I fucking love ladder as a coding language. Well, it's not really a coding language, really, but I love ladder because ladder is a visual representation of logic. I like it way more than actual code languages. Can you sell me things? Do I like going fast? Not really, actually. No, I hate it. Fucking Krill, my boy. Well, it's my unlucky day. What's that line? Was it fucking Trent Reznor or whatever? Hey everyone, how you doing? Are we having a good time? Well, wrong, because that was the last band. We're here to have a bad time. Starts playing blaring electronica. Wicked speed to get to that ramp down there. Walking ain't gonna cut it neither. No sir, okay. Pablo, 5-time Snail Racing League champ at your service. Sure. Speed so insane your grandma's antenna will be twisting in her grave. Leave my grandma alone, thank you. You'd have a good time? Well, he is hurt. Play Wonderwall. Ugh. I don't like Wonderwall. I don't like Wonderwall when someone's playing it poorly on an acoustic guitar at a party, and I don't like it actually. Dry your exoskeleton while you're still underwater. Cool. Speed demon. Yeah, sure. Fucking gimme. I really do not care, Bablo. My patience has worn thin. Give me the thing. Sprint towards the ramp and then press the block button. Okay. Oh. Tennis ball. Yeah, boy. Okay. Okay. Oh yes, we did it. We did it. We got to the save point. Alright, we might keep going for a little bit longer. We did it. We might keep going a little bit longer, but can we level up? We can. Slack-tide border. Very good. Let me guess, this is a gate and there's gonna be someone here who's gonna be like, we won't let you in. What is it? Roll out. Autobots, roll out. My name is Optimus Prime. Oh yeah, so for those of you who aren't Transformers nerds like me, so they released the new trailer for the new Transformers film or whatever that has Chris Hemsworth in it, and I'm like, why Chris Hemsworth? He seems to be in everything nowadays. Oasis of the Beatles at Home, I guess. I don't really know enough about either Oasis or the Beatles to really confirm that statement. But yeah, new Transformers film. I'm torn. They're doing the whole origin story, you know, young Megatron, young Optimus Prime, them being friends. I don't know. I got feelings about it. I don't know. Like, again, I don't mind too much, but it is one of those things of like the classic problem of the Hollywood goes through a cycle of here are the people who are popular who will get cast in everything and then they get cycled out. Sometimes for ever, sometimes for not. A great example is Terrence Stamp. So most of you will know Terrence Stamp from being like the spooky older man who talks like this in like Haunted Mansion and stuff. He was Zod. His breakout role from his slump was Zod in Superman. Come to me, Kal-El. Kneel before Zod. And like he did a great job of it. But the thing is, back in the 60s, like the late 60s, early 70s, Terrence Stamp, he was like 3-time winner of like Sexiest Man Alive. Yeah, no, again, I agree with you, Mike. I feel like it isn't going to be good. Especially because, like, to be fair, there have been multiple different takes on the Optimus Prime Megatron origin story. So the OG G1, but anyway, the point I was getting to with Terrence Stamp was that, like, he was, like, the sexiest man alive, hottest commodity in Hollywood, and then he did one film that wasn't even bad, it was just got meh reviews, and his career fell off a fucking cliff. And he was in the wilderness for, like, 20 years until he managed to get cast again and stuff, right? You know, and it wasn't like he made a bad film, it wasn't like, you know, he was involved in any particular controversial thing, it was just film went bad, and so suddenly it was like, well, no one wants you. But so G1 origin story for and yeah, moral of the story is Hollywood has vagaries and cycles of who is popular and who isn't. So I don't blame people for capitalizing, like making hay while the sun shines. Tom Holland and Timothée Chalamet are two great examples. They're the current it boys of Hollywood. They're getting cast and everything, and I'm like, cool, make your money while you can. Because give it a couple of years and you probably won't be getting much work. But point I was getting to is, yeah, Optimus Prime and Megatron in the original series had two very different backstories. Optimus Prime was just like a dock worker. His original name was Orion Pax. He was just like, hey, I'm just a dude who does his job. Whereas Megatron was built as a warrior and proceeded to turn evil. And so it was kind of like two people from very different walks of life who then get embroiled in their kind of battle for the future of their species. The IDW comics, I think, did a pretty good job of writing their backstory as not two people who knew each other, but two guys who, like, again, came from different walks of life. Megatron was a miner, and by that I mean as in, like, guy who digs up things, and Optimus Prime was a cop, but he was, like, the one good cop who actually believed in what he was doing. You know, like, that was a fun one, where Megatron kind of starts off as the idealist of, like, we can make Cybertron better, and then realizes that, maybe I can't make things better, so maybe, you know, domestic terrorist turned tyrant is the path. Nice to see a fresh face in town, and right before Trash Day, too. What's Trash Day? Oh, he doesn't know what Trash Day is. I couldn't spoil the surprise for you now, you'll know soon enough. But yeah, like you're right. With some of the origin stories, they have fallen into this rut of being like, particularly Transformers, they're like, hey, Megatron and Optimus, they were best friends. They were like brothers. And then one of them turned evil. And that's kind of gotten a bit played out, in my opinion. And that is the long, complex history of Slacktide's trade route with New Carcinia. Wow, I'm glad to suck around to learn all that lore. Thanks, Uncle ID. I'm sad I missed that. I would have loved a historic explanation. I like these doors. I would actually have doors on a building like this. This place is huge. Enamored with the sights of our fair city, Harry Krabitur. Never seen anything like it. Should go and explore. I'd say it's topside if I were you. Ah, cool. I can go down to the sketchy place. Welcome to New Carcinia, Tortellini. A beacon of civilization amongst the harsh violence of the sands between. Beacon of civilization, a testament to the prevailing power of industry. City of Dreams, the big crab apple. And defining pillar of the trash economy, which supports all of crustacean economy. How'd I get into this conversation? My name, you ask? Tortellini, the town greeter. Okay. I am beyond excited to greet 2 new visitors in a single day. Oh, okay. The other one's gonna be, the loan shark. Not at all. Usually we get 20 to 30. Then why? Wait, did you say 2? Was the other one a shark carrying the coolest shell you've ever seen? Oh, a friend of yours? Not at all. I'm gonna kick that guy's butt and get my shell back. Oh, a sworn enemy then. This day gets more exciting by the minute. I gotta catch him before he sells my shell to who knows who. I've been calling her Crandall. Yeah. Oh man, F for, I can't remember her name, but the voice actress who played Krabappel. That's one of those things that is a little bit sad about The Simpsons. It's been going on for so long now. A, the quality is terrible now, but it's been going on for so long that, like, a not inconsiderable number of voice actors who worked on the show have actually passed away. Not at all. Greeted him with gusto, and then he didn't give him a second thought. What sort of town greeter would I be if I looked behind me to keep tabs on those I've already greeted, rather than facing towards to greet those yet to come? Okay, okay. Where would someone trying to sell a shell go, then? I think of exactly 4 places. I might try to sell the Shellfish Desires, the luxury goods store. It's more of an antique shell, then they may have gone to the museum curator to purchase it. Knowing those, they might have visited bottom feeders, the dive bar at lower crust, try to pass off some places of gutter trash. Oh, you know it's at the sketchy bar. Also, is that an RC car I see with a worm in it? I felt like they could have gone to the Black Alley blacksmith to sell it for scrap. Oh, he's a spider crab. Thank you so much. I'll check it out all those places. Godspeed, small fry. Would that I could give you more of a tour. But my work is never done whilst there remain travelers left ungreeted. But yeah, it's one of the tragedies of a lot of long-running shows of just, like, you get to a point where, you know, mortality becomes a consideration. And that was the same with Archer. That was a sad one. Was it last year, I think? The voice actress who plays Mallory passed away. Which is unfortunate. They got to at least give her a send-off in, like, the final episode of the season, which I thought was nice. Same with the voice actor who played Woodhouse. He passed in between seasons. Which, again, they at least gave him a bit of a tribute in when Archer woke up from the coma. There was the whole... Oh, yeah, sorry, spoilers for Archer, even though it's all been fucking out for years now. And this is the thing, I don't think these really count as spoilers because of the fact that, like, without context, it has no meaning. Alright, where do we want to go? We wanted to go to the museum. Let's go to the museum. We'll go to the museum. This guy will probably be like, hey, fuck off. You haven't got anything worth having. What are you? Excuse me, what is this building? What ho, little one, you stand before the New Carcinia Museum of Carcinized History, I say. Oh, neat. Could I go in? Apologies, but the museum is currently closed to the public. Not this again. None of these statements about me are true. Stop slandering me. But you know, I'm pretty good. I've been playing Crab Souls and getting frustrated because I'm not good at Dark Souls. But yeah, no. Aside from that, I'm good. I think I'm gonna be going for maybe like a couple more minutes. I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna go. The thing that's tricky with this game is like you get stuck in an area and it's just like, I don't know. I don't know whether I'm gonna keep proceeding or if I'm just gonna be stuck here for like an hour. Yeah, I've never actually played proper Dark Souls. It's on my list of to do, but it's one of those things where I know it's like a VTuber thing. A lot of VTubers do the whole play Dark Souls, but I've kind of put it off a bit because I don't want to fall into the whole lol Dark Souls get good trap of like. And this is one of the things that worried me a bit about this game, and it has been catching me a little bit, is like just getting on an area and getting caught in a loop of, well, we're here for an hour while Ando tries to get down some stairs. What have you got for me, madam? Shellfish Greeter, welcome to Shellfish Desires. Flagship Brick. Oh, brick and mortar store of Shellfish Corp. I just misread the flagship brick. How goes it, my visibly financially troubled friend? Is it that obvious? It is. Window shopping. You've got 5 minutes before your pause becomes a loiter, so enjoy them while they last, my friend. I see. What shells? We've got a conchiglie. Okay, it's a whatchamacallit, it's pasta. Yeah, I know that feeling. It also it doesn't help that, and I've talked about this for part of this stream, is that like I know in Dark Souls the sensible thing sometimes to do is just run past enemies, but my bloodlust consumes me and I must slay my enemies. Shuttlecock. Guerrilla combat. Twist top. Okay, so it makes a volume. Oh, I want Bartholomew. I want this man. Eject upwards from your shell and detonate it, dealing massive damage to enemies with blast radius. Okay, that's kind of cool. Felix Cube. Interesting. Little bro. Menacing face carved into it. Oh, nice. Juggernaut. Relics of the old economy. Decoy abandons your shell and causes enemies to attack it instead for a brief time. Imposter. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The enemy, it is not enough that they die. They must die knowing fear. Amogus. Okay. That's a little sus. Baby shoe. Oh, okay. So what else have we got? We have trophy. Party time. Matryoshka. Exactly. Oh, it's so funny. So a couple of weeks back, my family came to visit, including my my nephew who's like 5. And so I cracked out my old Bionicles because I have them around, and I figured like there's something he can play with that's fairly robust that he like won't really break. So he's gotten pretty hardcore into Bionicles. He's like, Uncle Ando, like tell me more about these things. Tell me all you know. And I'm like, dude, I will tell you all that I know, but all that I know ain't much because it's been 20 years and I don't remember all of the Bionicle lore. I'm sorry. But he's been having a great time with them. But at one point he was doing this thing where we were, you know, I'm hanging out with the kid and we're playing, and he's like, all right, Uncle Ando, I want you to like make your guy face that way. And because I was playing with one of the baddies or whatever, I'm like, face that way. And then I'll come up and attack you from behind, but I want you to not notice. And then I'll just attack you from behind sort of thing. And I'm there like, okay, I appreciate the kid is formulating a sneak attack, but at the same time, I'm trying to like, he's basically, he's like, and I don't want you to notice at all. And I'm just like, this kid is a born rogue in Dungeons and Dragons. He will play rogues. because he's priming the sneak attack here. They're going like, hey man, like, you know, maybe would a hero do that? Would a hero attack his enemy from behind? And he's like, yeah, I don't care, Uncle Ando. Make your guy turn around so I can attack him from behind. I'm just like, ugh, I have failed. I have failed in trying to teach my nephew the ways of justice and righteousness. Anyway, that's my small story about my nephew wanting to shank people in the back. Well, Bionicles in the bank. Rainbow capitalism. Oh, okay. This is just a poncho. Blackout poncho. Ivory poncho. Mr. Krill. We can become Mr. Krabs. I need to earn more money so I can buy that one. I don't know if he's a vengeance paladin. I don't know if he has the principles to be a paladin. Cult leader. Cult of the Lamb. Very good. Midnight. I don't know what that's from. Maid Krill. Oh, damn it. We need to get the Maid Krill. Maid Krill needs to happen. All right, let's ask this. Oh, shell insurance. What's this? Okay. Hey, I don't have the money for this right now. Have you seen my shell? Did Big Shark come to town and try to sell you a shell recently? Oh, he sure did. I told him to get stuff. We don't do trade-ins here. And even if we did, I'd never take the kind of beat-up junk he sold me. No clue where he went after that. All we know where he went to. Does nobody in the city pay attention? I know where he went. He went down into the underbelly where all the seedy folks are. Oh, okay. I haven't played Wrath and Glory. So you might have to explain to me how violently flawed is. Simply because of the fact that what's up, friendo? Beware of topsiders, small fry. They make you feel special while you're useful, but don't be fooled. I moved here from across the sands between because some rich bastard said I had it in me to be a shell model. Me, can you imagine? Needless to say, he kicked me to the curb before you knew it. So yeah, don't trust topsiders. They'll play you like a goddamn fiddler. Yeah, so I've played Rogue Trader. The old RPG by Fantasy Flight. I see. Add jail. Well, you know, there's a way around that. Hey, Osman, welcome in. How you doing? It's time to crab. Spring. I didn't want to come back up here. What's up? What's up, my fellow youths? Alright, we all know our roles. Lex. Hades Hell, I see. Present. Go to work tending bar at the Trash Day Gala. You'll be our ticket in. And do. Those upper crusters good and distracted while we slip in the workers' entrance. They'll split into two teams. Team A will be Lex, still present, and Hurst. Hello, darlings. While Team 2 will consist of myself and Goggles. Hey! Team A is going to move to a fancy soiree until they find its host, the ludicrously trashy trash-rich Jeffrey Crab III, and sweet-talk him into revealing the passcode to his family safe. I doubt it'll put up much of a fight. Once he lets it slip, it'll be on to Team 2 to slip out the safe undetected and ride the scrap chute down to the bottom with our ill-begotten rewards. That's understandable. I get distracted all the time, Osman. I'm not gonna lie, the only reason why I'm streaming on Friday instead of a Thursday is because I got distracted yesterday and was like, Sin's streaming Harold Halibut and I want to watch that, and I don't really want to do hand cam stuff tonight, so how about we schedule our days again, because Sin's not streaming on Friday, and that way we have no schedule conflicts. Fantastic plan. Team A will exit the party at the proper conclusion and reconvene in the morning, and Cod's your uncle will have woken up to some very wealthy shucking crabs. Sure. I want to get in on this plan. How does a little crab like me get in on this plan? I want to know more of your ill-begotten scheme. Boing. Boing. Give me this. I need the crystal for the XP. Give me. Again, I love how there's no fall damage. It's also, yes, it is a worm in a car. Let me go and see the worm car. Let me see the worm car. Nyum. Look at him fucking go. Oh, yes, okay. Activate that. Oh, you know, I understand that. I'm probably not going to keep going for much longer, probably like 20 more minutes or so. I understand very much the need to sleep. So by all means, do get your full 8 hours before going to your doctor's appointment. It's very important. It is well known that Ando encourages sleep. Ando is an avid sleeper himself and encourages anyone in chat to sleep. In fact, my content is great for sleeping through. Actually, I've told this story before, but I had to record some training videos for work, and I was told, like, hey, record this and have the other guy listen in like a Teams call or whatever, and, you know, he'll give you some feedback on, like, was it accessible enough in terms of the content you covered. And yeah, I finished recording it and was like, so how was that? And he didn't fucking react or move, and it was because he had fallen the fuck asleep. Like, he was out. He was like, he was solidly gone. I had to, like, poke him to wake him up. We fucking laugh at it. Like, we laugh at it now. It's funny, but it was just one of those things where I was just like, oh god, like, not only is this long, it's so boring, it put him the fuck to sleep. Alright, what do we got on this? From Wrath and Glory, you have wounds like regular Warhammer. You increase your AC, get better armor by portable shield tech, up your toughness for more wounds. You're almost always going down 1 in 2 hits. Whether you're a player or NPC, getting hits is always bad. Well, Max, she had like 12 or 13 wounds, I can't remember. She got hit once by Gene Steel with a hammer and took 20 plus wounds off. Rip. Her helmet exploded and her face got cut up. Yeah, okay. That sounds rough. Yep. Yeah, that sounds rough. Yeah, Rogue Trader is a bit like that. So Rogue Trader is a D100 system where low is good, high is bad. So 0 to 10 is critical success, 90 to 100 is critical failure, and critical failures in Rogue Trader are bad, like bad. Like in like Dungeons and Dragons, it's like, oh, because some people play crit fails in Dungeons and Dragons. If you roll a natural 1, you fumble, but usually it's something that's like, oh, you trip over when trying to make your attack, and you now take extra damage if you get attacked this round, like an extra D6 damage or something. Bad, but not critical. Rogue Trader, it's shit like, oh, you rolled, you know, a 90 with your plasma gun. Well, that thing fucking explodes and burns your hands off, and your character now doesn't have hands, and you can't do anything that involves hands until you go to the tech priest and get him to build you some bionics. So we had our Psyker at one point, had a Perils of the Warp, and their head like fucking exploded and turned into a demon portal, and we had demons coming at us. So not only was our Psyker dead, but we had demons coming after us. Shit like that. But yeah, I'm glad you're enjoying Wrath and Glory, and I'm glad it seems to be that yeah, you're having some adventures. Because yeah, I haven't really gotten into Wrath and Glory. I haven't really had a group to give it a crack, because I've heard it, and I've heard the Age of Sigmar one are both pretty good, but they're different to the old ones. They're both D6 based, I think. Hi there, Youngum. Welcome to Bottom Feeder's finest little watering hole this side of Slurry. My name's Krill. I'm new to town, I guess. Is this our waifu? Is Nema our waifu? Name's Nema. You got the money, why not stop in for a bite? Stowaway hiring service. If you're interested in such a thing, what is that? Oh, I can hire stowaways from them. Looking for a shark that took my shell. Any chance you stop by here? Sorry, kiddo. I know what a stowaway is. They're those little dudes that latch onto you. Little fella! You a customer? Polly! Okay. Let's go talk to this blacksmith. Oh yeah. Hang on, I'll talk to this guy first and then I'll tell you a story. Oh, there's Scrap. I love this dude, how he's got like paintbrushes for a mustache. He's given me big Spirited Away vibes. Oh, and he has a robot arm. He has a desk lamp for an arm. It's a fine piece of metal in your claws there. Lots of promise. Yeah, okay, let's have a look. Did Jerk Shark come here to try to sell a shell for scrap? He came by, turned that shell to scrap as soon as I could. What? Are you serious? Sure as sea foam I am. Nay, wait, you said a shark? Scrap that, my mistake. No sharks came by, nay. What? What do you think I said? You almost gave me a heart attack. No need to shout, Scrap. Me ears work just fine. Shine my fork. Aye, what a piece of junk it is, Scrap. Bring this old smith some relics he can break down, and it'll show you what junk yours can truly do. What? Let's go trade one stainless steel relic to improve my fork. Yeah, +5 attack. Not enough stainless relics. Oh well. It's gotta be somewhere. Just gotta find out where that shark went. See, he's so big. How am I ever gonna find my shell? This place is stupid and it's loud. Why couldn't everyone just leave me alone? Anyway, stories. So when we were playing Dark Heresy, which is one of the Rogue Trader spin-offs, anyway, we were playing that, and it was a lot of fun. But we had an incident where we walk into a room and we were fighting this chaos cult. We walk into a room and fucking worm in a car. So we walk into this room and some mutants come out. Now the thing about mutants in this game is you roll to see what mutations they have. And so our DM's rolling for them. It's like one's got a tentacle, one's got like, you know, extra eyes or whatever. And then for one of them, he rolls like a 100, which is bad. Because 100 on the mutation chart is like, this thing is a fucking demon. Like this thing is it is basically like a manifested demon. So we're like, oh god, we don't want to fight that. So we're all focusing fire on this thing and not really doing much. And then I proceed to roll like a crit. Like I rolled like a fucking 9 or something on my bolt gun on my tech priest. And proceeded to just fucking like hose this demon prince down. Well, it wasn't demon prince. Yeah, close. It's probably a demon host, really. But yeah, I proceeded to basically just hose this guy down for fucking like 45 damage and just explode him. Which was the funniest shit because it was like the first round of combat against this thing. Like 2 other players had their go, and then it was me, and I just basically went brrr, and basically was just like, get back in the box. But it was just the fact that we rolled like so many crits in succession of like the DM rolling it's a fucking demon to me just being like, cool, and now it's not. Everywhere I turn, someone's trying to take something away from me. Sell me some kind of... Scuttle right up, fellow citizens. Prawnathon. It's the grand opening of the prawn shop. Full of legitimate shellers made wares. Yeah, basically, get in the flask. We got plastics, we got metals, we got packing foam, we got garbage you ain't even heard of yet. What the? It's my shell. Give it here, give it to me. That's my shell. Are you serious? This guy's still following me? Oh, is he's the shark. Alright, play it cool. I don't know what you're talking about. Seriously, give that back. It was stolen from me by a jerk shark. Well, first up, that shark seemed super cool and chill to me. I knew the shark could actually be a shrimp or something. Second of all, he sold it to me fair and square. You want it back, you gotta buy it like everyone else in the store. That's how the prawn shop works, baby. How much and what can I pay with? Depends on what you got, pal. I got a few microplastics, I guess, and some string. Look, that shell's really important to me. Can I work for it or something? I'll do anything. Anything, huh? And thus started Krill's prawn career. Yeah, I guess. I could probably come up with some arduous, meaningless time sinks for you to partake in to earn your shell back. Starters, why don't you scrape the barnacles off my sweaty metal ass? You hear that? Delay this conversation, kid. Trash Island is here. This always catches me off guard. I gotta get ready before I miss out on some prime plastics. Hey, I'm not done talking to you. Why did you get the fucking shell? It's trash day.
Trash day! Everyone get your baskets! Don't miss out!
Oh, well, that's depressing. Oof. Fucking bodied.
Back on! I saw it first! Get your own trash, mumsuckers!
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
What is that thing?
I've never seen
Captain Clawbeard.
It's a message from the captain! It's got his face right!
Can you find me, Booty?
Excuse me? Excuse me, please. Pardon me. Excuse me, young lady. As New Carsinia's official historian, I'm sure I can shed some light on... My God! If I'm not mistaken, this is part of a map! A map showing the way to a most valuable treasure, I say. If someone were to find its missing pieces and decipher them, why, they'd be rich beyond their wildest dreams, I say.
Rich? I like the sound of that. That treasure's as good as mine. I'll be able to afford the flashiest shell in the ocean, you know?
Not if I get there first! Think of all the tourists that treasure can bring to our city!
Well, don't you count out us bottom-siders. You'll be eating your hat when I get that treasure and fix up my restaurant.
It would appear the hunt is on, I say.
Treasure
The
time.
first stop on the map seems to be the forest to the north of here. May the best, Crab.
Gunshot? Oh,
Apologies for the interruption, folks. I seem to have misheard something.
interesting.
I could have almost sworn there were some citizens here planning on unearthing some valuables. Need I remind you all
Roland.
how threatening the ocean is outside this reef? I'd hope it would go without saying that
What
the
is-
duty
oh, he's an
of
isopod.
dangerous excavation would fall to the Shellfish Corporation. That would be safest for all involved. Don't you agree?
Yeah, we hear you,
So he's an
Roland. No
isopod,
problem.
and he's got a squid.
As Shellfish Corp's CEO and this fair city's de facto mayor, I suppose no one would have any objections to my taking sole control of this treasure hunt. Are we all in agreement?
I disagree. I object.
Oh, dear. I suppose that sounds all right with me, I say.
You hear what they're talking about over there?
Sounds like
Ah,
some kind of crazy
Jonathan.
treasure hunt.
Hey kid, I just got an idea. If you can go get that treasure they're jawing about, I'll gladly trade your shell for it.
For real? You'd really do that?
You bet. A prawn never goes back on his promise.
Aw, yeah!
So why does the
I'm gonna
prawn?
find
Why?
that
Why does the
treasure!
prawn not have an animated mouth? Oh fuck! I'm just about to get squidded.
Haha, yeah, you go, kid! Roland can't tell us what to do! That treasure belongs to whoever can find it first!
The corporations don't control us!
And the squid has a
Suppose a little
a nutcracker too.
competition is only fair. I hope you know what you just dove into, kid.
I really don't.
See you in the open ocean, treasure hunters.
Yeah, so that squid is giving me very heavy ninja vibes. And he's probably gonna have like an attack where he pulls out a whole bunch of different weapons and each tentacle is like crazy with a capital Z. Really stepped in it now, kid. The squid that hangs around with Roland doesn't think twice about disappearing people. You told me to. Hey, I recall merely making a suggestion, pal. Fuck you, Prawnathan. The offer still stands. You can get me the treasure, the shell's all yours. Okay, where do I start? Up in the grove, way north of here. Got a bit of a walk ahead of us. Alright. One more thing, Jackie! If you find any other junk out there, I'll take it off your hands for some microplastics. Fair's fair. Have I got any junk to sell? Sure, can I, is there a sell all button? There is. Cool. Now let's go topside and buy some shells. Jonathan! Everyone wants to talk to me now, I think. Alright. feel like everyone's gonna fucking die. Roland's the only CEO of Shellfish Corp, largest trash scavenging operation out there. Got some deep pockets. Alright. Those down in the lower crust, you could say we ain't really fans of the way things are going. Let's take him down a peg by waving some treasure in his face. I can think of a lot worse ways of spending a tide or two. Oh, he is... well, close enough, he's a squid, so... I mean, they're related to octopus, so you could make the Gloctopus joke. Alright, head towards the grove. I could do that, but I also want to go back upwards. Oh no, we're already in the town square, great. I want to go over here to the Shellfish Corporation and just give them some money so I can buy some things. Or do I want to spend this to level up? That's a good question. The lure of the unaffordable has indeed tempted me. Bartholomew's tempting, but I don't think I can afford Bartholomew. Hang on, what can I afford? Can I afford Mr. Krill? I can. Okay. Solid investments. Okay, how do I... There we go. Mr. Krabs! Yeah, okay, I think that's a great place to finish off. Let me just... Oh. Yeah, there we go. Alright, let's just do a quick... save game. Alright. We're gonna call it there. Let's find someone to raid. Find someone to raid Arena. Whomst is on Twitch. We could raid Twee. We could raid a Noodle. Who else is on? Mepperoni, they're playing Hades. Tombst. There's a bunch of people on, but I don't want to. Yeah, let's raid Twee. We haven't raided Twee in a while. I think they're doing art, so we will set up to raid Twee. We will be back tomorrow. Twee. We'll be back tomorrow, not on this channel, but we'll be on Sin's channel because we'll be playing Crowd Control Content Warning. So you'll get to see us go look at, and there's been a bunch of updates, and I haven't played Content Warning since the update, so we'll be able to see new monsters and new spooky shit, and I'll probably get eaten by a centipede again, and it'll be a lot of fun. So yeah, come on and hang around for that. It'll be a fun old time, because it's a wacky old game. It's a good old time. But I'm gonna send you all over to Twee. Twee is very nice. They're doing art. Have a good old time over there. And if you don't see me tomorrow, then you'll see me next Monday when we're back, maybe doing more crab. I don't know. We'll find out. Anyway, I will see you anon. Bye.